Otherwise speaking, all praises to the horizon. Peace and wisdom. Giving everyone a chance to get in here. Visit the website wiseservant.org, not .com, .org. Upscale knowledge. Check out the pricing plans I have. Pick whichever one works best for you. Of course, the World of Wisdom Museum, that pricing plan, that has all the pricing plans, meaning all my post videos from August 1st moving forward. They're there, but I have different sections. You may be interested in religion, you know, ancient religious texts, religious artwork. So that one would be best for you if you're looking to perfect, if you're looking to learn or know self, you know, that path of life, and perfect yourself. We're speaking of moral character. So pick that pricing plan. But check it out. Do what's best for you. The one that's titled WOW, World of Wisdom Video Lecture, that's just whatever lectures I do throughout the year. So whichever one you choose to sign up for, it's for the year. So I'll just be putting post our videos throughout the year, and you'll have access. I'm explaining how my website works for anyone that's confused. So the website has to do with pre-recorded videos and post. You know how I usually put up, you know, a lot of posts with imagery to go with it. That's all on my website. Of course, you have to pick one of the pricing plans to access RC. It has little skits up, but you know, if you want to see the whole thing, you have to pay for one of the pricing plans. Peace and wisdom, Marcel Salvago. I was laughing when I started because right on cue, the dog was barking, but it stopped. So it's a deep thing, but as soon as I started, I was like, right on cue. Some of y'all, when y'all signed in, when y'all tuned in, right, you seen me laughing. He was like, look at Solace with all that ego, right? Yeah. I have no clue what I was thinking about. I was trying to figure out the square root of a jelly bean. And then a dog. It did a dog bark. Mr. Salas, I answered your post you made a while ago about the Jew and where it deserves from for free access. Peace and wisdom, champ. I didn't see under the comment that you put your email, but email me your email. You probably didn't answer my question, that's why I ignored you back. But I asked you a question, not just for your email. I asked you for your email and then a question. And you ignored that, you sent the email. But so I was gonna message you earlier, but I felt bad that I can't afford to give back. Y'all stay with sob stories. Can y'all stop coming here with that poverty? I didn't ask for nobody's social security number. I didn't ask y'all what day y'all get paid. I said give back. That's it. Consistently. Whatever that means to you. Everybody has a brain. You get my point? If you don't have a brain to know what that means, you don't need to even worry about wisdom. But you get my point? I don't need to know these things. The whole chat does not need to know that you can't afford to give back. One of you guys actually asked me for some assistance. This happens all the time, though. It's strange, too. I be wondering, like, why y'all pick me to ask? But one of you guys asked, for assistance. I wanted to help you, but y'all be so snaky in y'all ways. I guess it's not snaky. Some of you guys are scared. Some of you guys think I'm an angel. One of you guys asked me. One of you guys emailed me talking about, Solace, can you just tell me the truth? You're an angel. I won't tell anyone. I knew right there, like you would tell everybody if I tell you. So a lot have different perspectives. But I said the fact, that was it. Some of y'all choose to give back every time I go live. Some of you guys got some weekly thing going on. Some of you guys got bi-weekly things. Some of you guys got monthly. I don't know nobody's cycle. Y'all know y'all own cycle. My thing just balance. Just come here, be balanced in your ways. That means fair. When you get in wisdom or anything you're doing in life, you want to make sure you're fair and settled in your ways. You get my point? So that people get the best out of you. Everything's good when it's balanced. You don't want to get taken advantage of. I don't want to get taken advantage of. Any situation you're dealing with in life, it ain't never going to be good if somebody getting taken advantage of. And so even, when I used to be in the streets, that was one thing I always used to make sure I stayed on top of. Like whatever dealings I do with somebody, I'll make sure they get a little bit, you get my point? Like I always tell y'all, a little room for error. But you get my point? If things ain't fair, you know you're going to have a problem down the line. Now, if you in the streets, the last thing you want, you get it? You're going to have a lot of problems coming your way. So you want to nip them in the bud early if you can. And so you can take that into any kind of life. If it ain't fair, you for sure going to have problems down the road. So it's no need to, there's no getting over it in life. There's just the front end and the back end. If that's how you moving. You get it? Meaning if you getting over now, so that's you're going to feel out on the back end. That's just how that go. When you're young, you think, nah, I'm going to get over, but that debt, that payback, that thing come back in many different fashions, many different forms. This is how people become bitter. A lot of times their payback is not exactly what they did, and in that they feel like they were done wrong, forgetting wrong is wrong, you were wrong. And that's the overall point. It's not about the actual deed, but just being wrong and being able to identify that. So you don't be wrong again, in your ways. Y'all following what I'm saying? But overall, I was just saying to make sure y'all give back. Now, like I was saying, visit the website. If you missed that part, you can always rewind it back, but visit the website. Pick whichever pricing plans work better for you. Like I said, my video and all my posts from August 1st throughout the whole year will be there. No longer on Facebook, YouTube, or any of these places. Now, in regards to my channel membership, YouTube channel membership has to do with all my past pre-recorded and live videos that's on YouTube. So the first level membership, that gives you access to all the pre-recorded videos from 2020 to 2023 sometime. And whatever posts are up there for members. The second level plan gives you access to all the pre-recorded content from 2017 or 16 all the way to current. Of course, there are no more current, but current is my website. But that's what the second level is. Now, the third level, that one gives you access to all the live content, the live videos I do. That one gives you access to all the live videos from 2020 to 2023 sometime, or to August 1st, 2023. And of course, you can see, all the things that the previous levels of membership can see. So basically, you can see all the pre-recorded content and all the live content from 2020 to 2023. The fourth level membership, you can see all the live content and all the pre-recorded content up to August 20th, 2023. And the fifth level, what is the fifth level? I forgot. Oh, the fifth level has to do with all the live videos that I do moving forward. So, let's say from July 20th to current, there was many live videos, but not all of them y'all can see. So like that. Like this live video. It may be private or for members only, depending on, what I say. Me said, what can we buy / create that will generate money passively? You have to find yourself in life. And until you do that, nothing you do is going to ever work. Meaning the moral character and how you carry yourself and how you think and feel is the foundations of the life you have. If you feel like shit, it don't mean nothing to try to get dope materials and money. You're still going to feel like shit. And most people don't realize that. So they put they all like, I gotta get this money, then you get it? Then they wind up killing themselves, because when you feel like shit, you're gonna turn to drugs and all other type of things that's gonna bring you down to distract you from feeling like shit. That's why it's better to get the emotional state, the mind, the moral character, and all these things up to par. That way, whatever you do decide to do, it will be, you will get some progress. Whatever progress that is, well, you probably won't have no perspective. Once you're feeling good and the mind is half the materials and things that y'all have a desire for, an emptiness you got somewhere inside, or a bad experience of old, like I want to show them. But once you get to a place where you to show my point, all of that becomes like whatever. If you see me, you see me. And you get my point, you feel good, your mind is clear, and that's everything right there. All the extra stuff is just extra stuff. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but it is what it is. Extra stuff. And the extra stuff gonna become distraction if you get my point? Getting to the main things. I'm not sure if that's clear. That's probably not the answer you wanted, but the question got a lot of layers. And according to your question, you look for a fast come up. This is illegal activities, and you hit my point. So, it's not about the money, it's what you want to do. Once you find what you want to do, then figure out how you're going to generate money. That way, whatever you're doing is from the heart, is something that you want to do. You could do anything to make money. But that ain't got nothing to do with what you want to do. If you say, I don't know what I want to do, I just know I want to make money, then that means you got a lot of soul searching to do. You get my point? What you mean you don't know what you want to do? You just get my point? That don't even really make sense when you think about it. There gotta be something you love, something you want to do. Even if you don't know what that is yet. So now you like, okay, now I got something to think on. But to just know you want to get money, that just means you really, really poor. So poor that it's in the mind and the emotional state. That means you're not nothing but just something that want to get money. You get my point? And the person can get shallowed out and watered down in that manner. When you talking to them, they ain't even no conversation. It's all about, I want to get money. This, that. You get my point? You want to be able to sit down with people and have deep conversations about things sometimes. And the mind can get quite shallow and washed up. So, you know, if my penis is something hanging out there, like that. So hopefully you grasp, champ. Now, like I said, that's the YouTube channel membership. That's how that works. That's what that's for. So if you enjoy my posts, deep pre-recorded videos, in depth though, get a pricing plan on my website. If you enjoy the live content or whatever content that's already on YouTube, become a channel member. Pick whichever level is best for you. Now, like I said, one of you guys, I don't want to say who, but if you want to be like, yeah, it was me that said it. He said, I donated $2. Give my grandson $2 in these times. I don't even think he could get a bag of potato chips. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. My point is, this ain't the kid channel. I don't want to. I'm grown. I was hoping you guys are grown too, but I guess you guys are kids. You'll be grown at some point. This Fiji water is quite delicious. Let's just get to that time. I'm gonna save the splendor for when I'm done. You know how it goes. Now, one of you guys asked me if I was an angel, and you promised you wouldn't tell anyone. And I knew you were lying right there. So, yeah, you tell everyone. I know you would. I can tell how desperate you are to know. And so I want to let you all know this. Whatever I am, whatever I am is not my say. Just get your wisdom, be balanced in your ways, and that's that. And make sure your balance starts here, because I don't play that. And that's it. Other than that, I don't get to say if I'm an angel or none of y'all get to say anything like what y'all are. If you're wondering why, well, more than likely, if we get to say who we are, we'll all say, like, we're God, because why not pick the best thing, right? So do you get my point? In that, it's not designed that way, but everybody is what they are. So what I am is not important. I'm the wise servant. What's important is that y'all get wisdom. That wisdom being something to help y'all balance yourselves out. It's the only way the mind's going to be clear. It's the only way the emotional state's going to be clear. And it's the only way y'all going to be good in y'all ways. You get my point? And when y'all good in y'all ways, so great things happen. When y'all low in y'all ways, so things get pulled down. Destruction happens. So try and grasp. Abdirahman Bari said, why do you stress the need for balance, wise one? Man, you guys have come a long way in y'all stupidity. That's always been the foundations of wisdom. That's what parents used to tell their children in a time when children had real parents. Man, be fair now. Because the parent wise, they already know if you go out there acting a goddamn fool like I'll let you act with me because you're a little kid, they gonna beat your ass up. You gotta be fair or you starting. So when I was growing up, these was just morals and values instilled into your brain. Share with your sister. Share with your cousins. Be fair before I come beat y'all. You get it? Just regular old Jews. Every family had these same Jews. I don't care what family you came from. I don't care what race you were. You heard that before. If you was my age or older, be fair, especially with those whom you love. Otherwise, what's the point? What are you doing? So I guess as the world gets more crooked, I don't have those values anymore. So in that, then you say, why do you stress the need for balance? I don't stress the need for balance because I'm not that weak. So I don't have to really wait for nobody to be fair with me. You get it? I can always go into savage mode. I used to be one. So I get my point. It ain't about me. It's about y'all. Some of y'all weak as hell. You getting did unfairly right now. You're probably the main one asking me, why do you care about fair? I don't. It's gonna be fair for me. You see, like you watching me, it's gonna be fair for me. Ain't gonna be no other way. But all of y'all don't carry it like that. So all I can say is a lot of y'all are delicate and weak, and so you fear everything that's strong, but you forget there's sides. And it don't matter how strong a thing is, if the thing is fair and balanced, then it's on your delicate side because you need that. Not the thing fighting for the fairness and balance for you. I can always go mingle in with the lions and wolves and those who are not fair. They will accept me. You get it? And I can just overpower y'all with them. You don't see why that would be so hard to grasp. That part. And so it's not about me. It's about those that ain't got a voice and those that ain't strong enough to make sure things is fair for them. It's like the adult when they step in with the kids and they like, nah, you not being fair. Somebody has to do that. And so we need more adults. Meaning y'all should never be asking me like, why do we need to be fair? We need to get more adults speaking on fairness, because y'all are losing y'all way if that's even a question. Like, why do we need balance and fairness? Some of y'all dirt poor. There's somebody that got way more money for 1,000 people to be rich. You follow? If Kanye West is a billionaire, that means he could give 1,000 people $1 million. And here you are, dirt but poor. And you know what you will call that? An imbalance. An injustice that don't even make no sense when you consider it. And so again, balance is important. More than that, that is the first law and the only law that nature shows you. I think learning from man means something. It's about learning from life. So you get day, night, and get inhale, exhale, and get all these balances to show you, like, you get it? You have to be like the unseen force that's keeping the balance. Not you flip-flopping around like the unbalanced, opposition. It's not about you being day in, night, but it's about you being like the thing that controls that. So if you're a religious person in the Bible, will say God gave man, or Adam, power and authority over the animals and everything, and he did it for that reason. So you keep it fair like how I do with the day and the night. With your inhale and exhale. Because man will inhale and not breathe out if he ain't got to. He a thief. Still an oxygen. Man carbon. Still oxygen, then he have to breathe out carbon, Take a little, give a little. Now, of course, that carbon you breathe out, it feed the plants. Meaning, if plants take in that carbon, they turn it over into sugars. And this is how the dead get their food. And, this is how the dead get their breath. It's a tide between everything. This is why the balance have to be kept. That's just take you a little deeper. Meaning the dead and living part. Behind all dualities are that tide, the coming and goings. Like day comes and then goes, and it's going, it's night's coming, and you get it? Inhale, exhale, all these things. You plant a seed, you get back food. The balance. But behind all of these balances, it serves a greater purpose. Like I explained with, living in the dead. So when you learn it from life, it works in that way. But you gotta be humble. You know how y'all say you gotta be humble and all that weird stuff? Y'all don't really understand ego and humility. Your humility, your kindness, these things is a courtesy to others. It's not something that you obligated to give a man. It's just a courtesy. Now, in regards to the life, you ain't going to understand or grasp a thing if you bring that ego to life, meaning to nature. Say that again. In regards to man, you being humble to man, kind, whatever the case may be, that's a courtesy. You ain't got to give him that. You can make him earn it. Or you could just give that away for free. It's like I always say, respect is something you earn, but kindness is free. I always give you that for free until you cross the line. But you get it? Respect is a different thing. For me to respect you, you got to be solid. But for you to get my kindness, you don't have to do nothing but just have good manners and good etiquette. But it's still a courtesy. Now, in regards to life, nature, you're learning and being one with nature, like how I just explained the coming and going of tides. You be having a crisp understanding. We could just use life as your reference. Having a certain kind of eye. When you're dealing with learning from life, your eyes is your ears. Nature don't talk. So your eyes is your ears. Your emotional state is your ears. Meaning if the emotional state is all bittered out and disturbed, you won't see things from that perspective. It's like I said, y'all emotions control y'all lens. How y'all see a thing. There you go, Lion Zion. Flow with nature. Get flowed over. So, in order for you to learn from nature and get that higher understanding, the self got to be humbled out. When I say humbled out, I mean you can't have a perspective. You get my point? You know how y'all come to learn and then y'all try to tell me what to do? This is y'all ego. You're not really humbled all the way out to where you like, I just came to learn. Like that. Men have like a control problem you don't notice. So even when he's trying to learn, he will try and control the situation, not realizing that's going to interfere with you learning. But it's just in his nature to control if he can. When I say man, I'm speaking mankind. So this is why one has to be humble when dealing with nature, so you can see those little flaws that naturally come with our nature. You get it? Y'all will learn it it's like a kid. He will be in awe of the parent, but at some point he's gonna start challenging the parent. It's just in his nature. But if you have a higher understanding or a higher mind, a clarity, he can always humble himself or check himself. Tell my parents I'm bugging out. And this is what most of us have. Meaning our parents, they get on our nerves, but at some point it kicks in. That's my parents, I'm bugging. For those of y'all that's a little thrown off, that don't kick in, you may put your hands on your parents and talking all crazy like that. But It starts there, understanding humility and how to tone the self down so you can receive in, because nature ain't gonna give you nothing. Like I said, your emotional state gonna be the perception. The perception got to be crisp when you're dealing with nature, but nature's repetitive. So day and night come every day. Y'all inhale and exhale every second of the day. You get my point? The tide of the river comes and goes every day. Nature show you the same thing every day. You yourself, you come and go from life every day. Meaning you yourself is a tide. You fall into unconscious sleep and go on your way. And then at some point you blow back in. This is when you wake up like, I'm hungry. Anybody made biscuits with bacon? I'm sorry, I forgot some of y'all vegans. Anybody made dirt? Like, I always bother vegans. I don't know why. I love vegans. And then I love a woman that can make me, some greens the right way. Because when you a real man, y'all dumb in the daytime. I'll just say that. See, back in the days, a man could make, steaks and, man on the grill with it. But when it come to them greens and things, man, you like a little baby. Avoid that. Want no carrots. Get that out of here. And, a woman is a mother. So she dealing with the kids, telling them, come on, you got to eat your goddamn vegetables. So she do it to him, too. That's how he stay on top of things, because his wife know how to cook greens. So I respect a woman that can whoop up some greens and stuff like that, because man ain't going to get that. Homosexual ones, maybe. Real man, y'all know what a real man eat. Coochie. I'm just playing. Meat. Now, where was I at? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that last part. If you're a real man, I know you know that. I wouldn't care what walk of life you come from. If you're a real man, I know you know what I mean. You eat. You know what you eat. But that's what you eat. I gotta stop having so much fun with y'all now. What was I at? Tides in life. Like I said, we're tides ourselves, but you wanna humble out and make sure you be a representative of the balance. This is the glory. So that's why it's important. Balance, that is. I say vegans eat dirt because that's where plants come from, the dirt. Fruit come from trees, that's not the dirt. That's from like the veneer or the arms of trees. And meat is like living things running around. So you feel me? A vegan is a dirt eater, right? They eat dirt. Ain't nothing wrong with it, It's medicinal. But you don't want to just be left to have to eat. It's like the good Lord said, can't eat bread alone. That's why Jesus is a lamb. And before that, like I told y'all, he was a turtle. Before that, he was a squirrel. And everyone knows this. This is not something this is not something I made up. I have a whole video explaining this. All of Hollywood knows this. That at one point in time, God was a turtle, a squirrel. God and eating goes together. So, it's like I told y'all. The devil is the hunger. It's a deep thing. And he said, does food keep us here on earth, or breathing, or thinking? Breathing and thinking, if you can grasp. Your body is just this thing you access. This is why you kind of leave your body. You go in the dream realm, wherever that is. You go into the dark abyss unconsciousness, and then you wake up and come back, here to your body. The point I'm making is, and I'm not saying dream is outside of your body, but just make a quick point for you. That's all reference for you to grasp that your body just got to do it here. When you go in the dream, you ain't bring your body with you. You probably think you got it with you. Of course, you always gonna have your shadow or your shade. That's the last body that you gotta shed. The man just a shedding light, a shedding awareness. Awareness seem, that's light. And so you are the breathing and the thinking. Food is like anything here, you become addicted to it. You become addicted to it. You become addicted to a thing, you become dependent on it. And that you think you need it. And so y'all eat food. Y'all don't know that them hunger pains is no different than a dopehead getting his addiction pains. Or any addict. Y'all view it as something that y'all have to do. Like, if I don't eat, I'll die. Now, nature show you, man, you can go 3 weeks. Ain't no time limit how long you can go without eating. This is all dependent on you and your inner stillness. I'll say that again. You can look this up. This is a medical fact. If you go 1 day and don't eat, you're not going to drop dead. And if you go 2 days without eating, you wouldn't just drop dead. And even if you go 3 days without eating, you wouldn't drop dead. That right there is a sign to let you know eating ain't all y'all think it is. Now, a dopehead addiction pains can go deep. It cause him to die. Meaning if a dopehead go cold turkey, he could die. Because a dopehead's addiction run deep. So it's the same with a person in food. Their addictions run deep to food. And so they could go into a panic and die. That's why I said it's all depending on your inner stillness and your understanding of things. But man's supposed to reach a place where he no longer has to eat, meaning he's not dependent on eating. I know that might sound strange to some of y'all, but that's why a lot of the texts speak on fasting and things like this. Meaning if you're this religion or that religion or whatever walk of life you in, there's an aspect that speaks on fasting. It's for that. Meaning when you fast, you can tell if you have a problem with something. You know you can't go a day without food, you're going to be like, it's going to be rough for you. Then you know you got a problem. If you can't go a day without a beer, and you like beer, and you know it's rough for you if you go that day without it, I mean you got a problem. But more than that, fasting in terms of eating, this being the last addiction we got to conquer, the last physical one. Man don't realize that he don't have to eat. It's a pleasure of his. And a life is on the other end of this pleasure, but it's still what it is. A pleasure. Not something that he have, to partake in. And so, eat once a month, 4-5 times a year. Say, man, that sounds strange. I don't think a person can eat 4-5 times a year. Some of y'all eat 2 times a day. Some of y'all eat 3. Some of y'all eat 4. The number varies depending on the person. You have people that eat 8-9 times a day. They may not sit down and eat a whole meal. They eat on the go, but they eat 8-9 times a day. You may only eat 3 times a day. If they miss 2 of them 9 meals and they only get 7, they gonna feel it. You get my point? The same way if you eat 3 meals and you miss 1 of them, you gonna feel it. Like that. Trying to think of that word when your dependency levels rise. Like when a person drinking and then they could drink more and more and more than they could before. Eating is like that. Y'all have different intake levels. meaning y'all all built up y'all own amount of resistance. Y'all resistance being the eating part. So the person that eat more than the other person, they have built up more resistance, meaning they get the urge to eat more. Just like the person that has built up a resistance to alcohol, they can drink more than you if you don't drink like that. You built up a resistance. So it's a matter of that. Y'all can bring y'all resistance down, eating once a week, 5 times a year. Strange numbers like that where you like, damn, that don't even sound realistic. And you won't lose no weight or nothing. If you all big and steroided out, well, of course you're going to lose all of that, but you need to anyway. You get my point? I mean, a lot of y'all are big. A lot of y'all are big because y'all overlook when y'all hit y'all late teens, y'all start taking supplements and stuff to make y'all thicker. Y'all want to be grown faster. So boys, they start drinking, the supplement drinks and trying to work out and things like that, but these things ain't healthy. Some of y'all go a step higher and you start messing with the roids. But the supplement powder drinks, these is roid products as well. Creatine is a roid product. Steroids. Y'all take these stuff, like I said, y'all take them when y'all young. A lot of women, they take birth control, puff some up a little bit. I went to prison and you was fighting a lot in prison, or you might have had a nervous breakdown in there, and you know how they give y'all the medicines in jail, and it swell you up a little bit. And a lot of y'all forget these experiences that, men, they're taking meds of some sort that's bulking them up. Or, like I said, you took birth control when you was a girl. Maybe you took this vitamin or this thing that was going to make your breast bigger. Maybe you was a man and you took these pills and you get it? And do your push-ups and stuff, and y'all forget about that. Then when y'all get like 27, 28, that part. You get a little sloppy. But most of y'all would be, most of y'all would get whatever body you was reaching for when you hit like your 40s, 50s. But man, fresh in life, you don't really think of it in that way and say, well, I'm going to be here for 100 years, so I can have my kid body as long as I can, because once I don't have it, boy, you get it? And ain't no going back. Man, ain't no going backwards, big baby. And so you get my point? And that, I put different strains on itself. Jericho. Oh, you said a man named Jericho Sunfire said what I did. He's a breatharian. I don't be dealing with weird new stuff where people say, you get it? That's irking to me. Meaning when you say he was a breatharian, that right there it's annoying. Like, he's strange. What is that? A breatharian. Eat breath, right? Everybody do. Lodge, I gotta stop making these dumbass things where you think you excluding other people, but you do what everybody do. So he just breathe instead of eat. Niggas is eating and breathing, so he losing. Like, you feel me? I had a cheesecake today, big baby. Strawberry cheesecake milkshake. It was good. And I had a croissant, but that's a whole nother story. The point I'm making is everybody's eating breath. I mean, everybody's breathing, but try and grasp. It's stupid. But the point I'm making is gradually throughout your life, a lot of y'all are young and simple-minded. You think life is some rushing game. Wisdom is a path and a journey. Take your time. But hopefully y'all grasp what I said. Try not to merge it with what other people say. Just grasp whatever I said, and whatever you learn elsewhere, separate these things. You get my point? Y'all stuff get a little simple-minded. This generation don't really understand. Y'all ain't got nothing to compare things to. And so I'm gonna give y'all some jewels before I get into this video. Yeah, y'all come up with new stupid terms every day like they real. They just dumb stuff. Kid-minded things. But I'm gonna give some of y'all for this new generation. Let me give y'all a jewel. If any of you guys want to give back, I think y'all know my links. I don't think I included them, but you can. Now, y'all know videos that be like, watch out for people like this. Chosen people are like this. And you get my point? I'm sure y'all seen videos titled in that way. You want to watch out for videos titled like that. Meaning, when you see videos titled like, watch out for this type of person, but it might say like a specific thing. Or you see a video that might say, chosen people are like this, and you get it? You want to stay away from titles like that, because that's a sign that one has a stereotypical perspective. And stereotypes are usually based on one's bitterness, bad experience, or lack of experience. I'm gonna say it again. I know a lot of y'all are young. Y'all think y'all know everything. You grasp it or you don't. But watch out for those video titles. There's no wisdom there. That's stupid talk. That stereotype talk. Watch out for people like this. You want to know how to tell if you chosen? That's based on a stereotype. Their own perspective. That perspective being based on a bitterness, a bad experience, or a lack of experience. So everybody that got stereotypes, let's deal with the race ones. Whatever racist stereotype you have is based on a bad experience or your lack of experience with that race, or some bitter moments you had. You follow? A person saying, hey, you want to see if you chosen? That's probably based on a bitterness where they ain't down with the crowd. They ain't down with the cool kids. Meaning when you listen to them type of videos, it's usually coming from those types. So they're going to be speaking about isolating yourself, and if you alone, you chosen. That's all manipulation talk. Confirmation in things that y'all truly don't like about self, but probably feel like you can't do nothing about it. Peace and wisdom, Skywalker. I don't know what you're saying, but you want to avoid those types of things. Meaning you don't want to have a bunch of stereotypes in your mind. It's poverty. Like I said, it's based on one's bitterness. And you don't want that bitterness, trust me. Or it's either based on one's bad experience or their lack of experiences. And so if you take in stereotypes of others, do you get my point? The only way you're going to take in the stereotype is if you don't have no experience with whatever's being spoken of. Or you had a bad experience and so you in agreement. And so try to grasp. Peace and wisdom, Aries 106. My channel ain't the place where you come and try to show like you tough in a digital manner. I want to be clear. I'm the nigga that will disrespect the shit out you, the dead in your family. You get my point? You'll play however you want, bozo. But come here with respect. That's what's, I smile upon that. Not goofbags that's trying to look tough digitally. You a robot gangster. And so get your thing together. I don't do all of that. Unnecessary disrespect. Don't ever call me a clown or anything disrespectful you could think of, nigga. Kids are clowns because you they daddy or they mama. But whatever you are, don't never disrespect me again. I'm gonna be crystal clear on that. I'm gonna violate the shit out you like you never fathomed. You. Hopefully we got an understanding. Okay, y'all see we do. Keep your comments to a minimum. Put yourself on some type of punishment. I don't want you to think like I'm playing with you in no way. Some of y'all way too young. Stop playing with me. If you not my age, don't come in here playing with me in no way with the disrespectful talk. Real life, I'll break your nose. For real. Now, where was that? Thank you. I appreciate your being able to, get it together. So I'm gonna apologize. I ain't have to go that hard on you, but it worked out for both of us. So keep everything on the up and up. Come in here, get some wisdom. I like you. He said I'm doing 50 push-ups as punishment. I like you. You ain't got to do that chant, but do it anyway. I might need some soldiers like you in the future. People that ain't got emotional problems. I can snap out of it fast. So, salam, shalom. Make sure you get this wisdom. Now, avoid people that do videos like that. Like, want to know if you chosen, or watch out for people like this, or this person's narcissistic if they like this. That stereotype talk. You're going to adopt that into your mind and start to mess up your own reality. Meaning you're going to carry these stereotypes with you. You're going to start looking at certain people in certain situations in a certain way that your mind was kind of influenced to see that way. It ain't your own seedings or experience. And so you want to avoid that for that reason. You want to keep your mind clear. You want to always remember people. You're getting lost in stereotypes of any kind. You on a wrong path. You on a path of, lie for the most part. Salam, shalom. Said they project their ideals on you. There you go. A lot of y'all like that. We all experience that with our parents, but at some point you're supposed to snap out of these things. Kind of flush the mind out and, start your own life and have your own experiences. Not your parents, but we wind up taking our parents, our whole neighborhoods, everything in life. Next thing you know, we are we are a walking stereotype, so it goes deep. And the same is with like birth signs. You meet women and things, and they like, oh, what's your birth sign? And this is stereotypical minded behavior. People don't fall into birth signs. You get my point? Birth sign got to do with sorcery. I mean, in any city or civilization you go to, they got their number sorcery. Y'all got y'all social security numbers. You get my point? All they number sorceries. Today is not Tuesday. It's just the day that's made up where we from. And go to another place, they got another word for Tuesday. They may have a different number of days in a week. It's just a number system that people in the civilizations put on the people of the civilization. Meaning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all these dates we have, these is just made up curriculums. They are not real things. Nothing gonna come up tomorrow and be like Wednesday. That's just something that's an American thing. Somewhere else, Wednesday is another word. Now, if you can grasp that, whatever day we was born is truly just a made-up day. That part. Now, the days we go by got to do with stars up above in the sky. And so, do you get my point? It go deeper than how y'all grasp it. Meaning the day ain't a real thing, but them constellations up above are. And so, in perspective, y'all souls are being sold to higher orders by way of number in perspective. Meaning y'all worship these days, y'all believe them. You get it? Y'all believe today, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. These ancient gods. Y'all believe all this nonsense. It ain't nonsense, but it's just sorcery. But it's told to y'all how it is, so y'all believe or, go with. He said, what about angel numbers? It's all nonsense talk. How do y'all get lost on things that don't hold no merit and y'all still be lost on it? It's kid talk, kid play. When you're dealing with sorcery and you're dealing with somebody that's a real witch, that mean they know chemistry. You follow? A lot of chicks in the daytime like to say they're a witch. A witch know chemistry. You follow? In the past, it was called alchemy. We speaking before hospitals and things was built here. This is why you got witch hazel. Substances merged together. That's what witch hazel is. And all of substances y'all know of, they are mixtures of different chemicals. And Clorox, the ammonia, all these things y'all got, they're mixtures of different substances. Some of them can be harmful to y'all, some of them can be like medicinal, some poisonous. You get my point? And that's how medicine works. Meaning a witch is a chemist. This ain't no magical trick thing. A woman in the daytime could go to college and say she and go for chemistry, learn chemistry, and then come out pretending like she's a witch. I'm saying pretend because she's gonna be playing on y'all lost perspective of a witch, still being able to do things. You get it? Somebody make beer, they understand the substance in corn. Somebody make alcohol and you get drunk. Somebody gave you Molly and you bugged out. These is all mixtures of substances. A order, a science. That's what a witch is. Somebody that can harm you or heal you. Not a stupid woman in today's times talking about I'm a witch and can't do absolutely nothing but talk stupid dumb stuff. Their mind is childish. Meaning you see a woman speaking in that way, this is a kid-minded still. If I'm lying, tell her to do some magic. And you'll see for yourself, she can't do nothing but talk. Outside of that, she don't know no chemistry. She don't know no real science. Or sorcery, which is what it would have been called in the past, before schools and hospitals. Like I said, this is why witch hazel is called witch hazel. Which is chemistry. A recipe, her doings. But you get my point? A sorcerer is like the masculine word, and witch is like the feminine. But these two words is like from different times. Witch is more closer to our times, right before you get hospitals and in schools, where you start to get proper curriculum terms like a scientist, a chemist. But in the past, a chemist would have been somebody that do alchemy, chemistry. It's the same thing. Mixing and merging of different substances together to make, different results. And it's how y'all get all the alcohol y'all got and all the different drugs y'all got and the different prescription medicines y'all got. And all those kind of things that come from chemistry. Meaning the chemist is making these recipes and afflicting y'all however they choose. There you go, champ. All they do is talk. Tarot cards, you get it? They don't have no real understanding of these things. But if you can grasp what these things truly are, then you can see why they don't. Because now look at these chicks that say they witches. Do they look like chicks that's going to take the time out to learn chemistry? Hell no. If I sat them down and say, I'm going to teach you chemistry, it ain't going to take as long as school. It'll take like a month. All you got to do is pay attention. And when I'm done, you're going to know a few recipes. And you can build on those on your own once you grasp what it is. Then you could just go on your own from there. It's like I teach you 1 + 1 is 2. And 2 + 2 is 4. And at some point, you start to get the orders of these things. Like, oh, okay. Kind of like those little Facebook posts where it might say 1 + 3 equals, and you got to kind of figure out the order or whatever. Like that, at some point you grasp it on your own, say, okay, I got it from here. They wouldn't take the time out to learn. This is like a kid, you're just babbling all day. But most of the stuff y'all speak of, there's the realities of these things, but y'all don't know the realities, like how they work. Like numerology. Numerology is like y'all social security number, like how y'all live inside of a grid system. That's the matrix, meaning y'all city blocks are in a grid line system. And this grid line system have to do with numbers. That's why you live like on street numbers. And all the houses got numbers. So this city's grid system have to do with all these numbers. Y'all get bound inside of the grid. Meaning if you tell a nigga standing on the corner, yo, let's go up the block. He don't even want to go up the block barely, let alone to the next neighborhood. You tell a nigga from Compton, let's go to Hollywood. He don't want to go. He's stuck in the matrix. You get it? That number system, that grid system order, it interferes with the mind. And other sorceries is included, like light sorcery. So y'all have red, green, yellow. Nobody has to be present. Y'all just obey these things. Y'all are like robots, lost in a matrix. You follow? Many other sorceries of old. I don't understand these things. Meaning the days of the week, all of these things is numerology. Meaning 7 days in a week, 30 days in a month, 365 in a year. There's only one day. Tomorrow is not going to, sun is not going to rise and say it's Wednesday today. Tomorrow's the same day that it is today. The same rise and setting sun is the same day. Today is not going to be in the trash when tomorrow comes. Everything that you see right now going to be here tomorrow. Is the same day. Even if it rain or whatever, it's still the same day. If you go to another place, it's still the same rising, setting sun. Not a new one, the same day. We come and go from the day. You're stuck in one day, nothing else. Not a week, not a month, not a year. That's all curriculums are numbers to bound the brain to circles. You follow? Meaning y'all, numerology got to do with creating circles in one's mind, becoming bound to it. If the mind is bound to the circle, the body gonna move how the mind move, and that y'all move in circles. You did the same thing today you did yesterday. You did the same thing today you did the day before that. But you never caught on to that. You went to the store this morning and got your coffee before you went off to work, and you're gonna do that tomorrow and the day after. And you do the same thing every day. But you never noticed it. You know why? Because you're lost in the week cycle. Meaning after 7 days, that's a complete circle. After 30 days with your month, that's a complete circle. 365, this is a bigger circle. But y'all celebrate the same holidays every year, like y'all don't see that strange. We talking generation after generation. Not just you stuck to this cycle and this circle, but the kids and like that. A deep sorcery. Y'all don't understand numbers. Y'all don't understand like these curriculums and what they do beyond what y'all can grasp. If y'all want to give back, y'all can. This is these deep type of Jews y'all ain't gonna get nowhere else. Meaning the government ain't gonna come down and tell y'all this. Yeah, we got y'all under numerology and, you know, different sorceries, and we kind of control y'all from afar through lights, you know, red light, green light, all that shit. We control y'all from afar. We ain't got to come near y'all, and the sorcery's on you. And so now when the women running around pretending, I know numerology, blah, 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 do you get my point? They dumbing out things. Y'all supposed to be getting freed. If a woman telling you about numerology, she's supposed to be telling you like I'm telling you, and freeing your mind, and then showing you how the things work accurately. She not supposed to be dumbed out by the sorcery. Where she talking all these fake numbers like a kid while the real sorcery's put on her. And so you get my point? This is why they be looking all crazy when they talking. The chicks that be thinking they sorcerers and witches. You don't play with that stuff unless you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you dumb the mind out with all these false ideas. You see how a week, a month, 365 days, these numerical circles, y'all just view them as numbers. A week is just 7 days to y'all, but it's a circle. In your mind it is. You got your 5 days that you work, your 2 days that you relax, and you stay on your circle, meaning you stay bound to your circle. that's what it's for. A week is a small circle, a month is a bigger one, a year is an even bigger one. And so if you escape the weekly circle, then you be bound in the month. When you escape the month, you be bound in the year. And so do you get my point? Y'all are bound to this life that has been created for y'all, and y'all are like robots or mice in a maze, just running in the circle, never realizing it. This is where the city grid system come from. A mice's maze. They study mices and put them inside the maze. And the mice try to find their way out the maze. Eventually they learn their way and they leave the maze. Then the scientists put food inside the maze. The mice go inside the maze for the food. The mice know that the way to get out the maze, so they go into the maze, they get the food and they bring it out. Then at some point they start keeping the food in the maze and just hiding in certain places. Then at some point they stop leaving the maze. They just stay in the maze, the mice. They know the scientists gonna put food in it, and they rush and they go take their piece of food and they hide it somewhere in the maze, as opposed to taking it out the maze like they were doing at first. Meaning the mice become comfortable with the maze and they start to feel hidden, like they can hide things. And there's a whole like reward system in this maze, they believe. There's way more food than whatever the scientist is putting in the little maze, but you get it? Meaning the mice could be in your garbage right now eating all kind of shit, but they stuck in this maze. And you get these stupid little pebbles to eat. And they said, man, if that can work on mice, that can work on people. Whenever they study mice, rabbits, or pigs, it's for people. And so then they built the city like a mice's maze, a grid line thing. And they put the number sorcery on it, you know, numbering these blocks and numbering the houses on these blocks, knowing y'all will become bound to the maze. Now if you tell a person, let's go outside of the city and go to nature and just kick back with Mama Earth, they're like, man, what we gonna do out there? But when you see them in their city, they just sitting on a bench doing absolutely nothing, where you wonder like why they even ask that question. That part, you and your homies just sitting on the front porch, sitting on the bench, meaning you're doing absolutely fucking nothing. Lost in the matrix. This is the grid line system. Like how y'all say the matrix, you got your binary code or your number grid, and it makes for the picture. That's what the matrix is, a binary code system. You know, a bunch of different series of numbers, and you change the orders of the numbers, it will change the picture. Y'all live that. Except y'all city blocks is that. Y'all think y'all live in a video game. Y'all live in real life. In real life, man took the forest, he built it into a maze. That part, no technology needed, nigga. Meaning no television screen, no glass dome, or any weird thing y'all talking about. It's all sorcery. Put it on the mind, control a person. They don't need to trap y'all with glass dome ceilings and all this weird stuff. Man have to become aware how dumb he is. Then he can see how he being manipulated beyond what he can even fathom. Meaning y'all being manipulated beyond what y'all can fathom. You miserable, you like, damn, I'm tired of doing the same shit every day. So why do you? You don't realize it's because you got a great higher order called numerology over your brain. And was put on you since birth, meaning you went to school and you learned these numbers. There's curriculum. And you thought it was going to do good for you. From your perspective, I learned this curriculum, then I can make me some money in this city. But you didn't know the other effects, where it's like, damn, I'm just stuck. Like, just do the same thing every day. I celebrate the same holidays every year. I'm just stuck. And so if some of y'all start to pay attention, you will come to realize, damn, I do the same thing every day in order. And that's for a specific reason. I ain't saying you got to change it. Become aware of it. That way, when you want to change the reality that you got, that circle, you can, you know how. But you have to be aware first. And so most people are lost in their circle. This circle haven't been created for them. how did we escape the matrix? If the matrix is the city grid line system, come on, y'all. I need y'all to get a little smarter. I don't want to do the special ed shit, but I just explained the city grid system, so then you leave that. But try and grasp. You need to go to nature by yourself right now. You'll be fooled, but take the wisdom that you're given. Always can get a one-on-one and, have your personal questions answered. And so hopefully y'all grasp, y'all got deep level sorcery on y'all. These chicks ain't witches, they little kid-minded people, but you get to a real level of things. Like I said, we're talking high level chemistry, top level science, but ain't none of this stuff hard. It's just hard how they teach it in school because they want y'all to learn it a certain way so y'all can't do anything. So in school you're going to learn there's atoms in the air. And when a hydrogen atom merges with an oxygen atom, then you get water. And that's the answer in school, and that's the mindset to have in life. Now you can get somewhere in this city, but that you can't do nothing with that reality. Meaning if I tell y'all, get me a hydrogen atom and an oxygen atom and make me water, then y'all like it don't work like that. Meaning you don't know what to do because you wasn't taught it in real life. You were just taught it in school reading. Now in real life, hot air and cool air are warm air and cool air. This is your hydrogen and your oxygen. Meaning you got different temperatures and different states of airs. This is why if you blow your hot ass breath on your hand in a cool day, your hand will be wet. You got your scarf around your mouth on a cold day and you're blowing your hot ass breath to the scarf. By the time you get home, now you like, my scarf a little damp. But you've been creating water. Your hot breath being hydrogen. And your cool breath being oxygen. And hydrogen got to do with hydrated. You get it? Liquid. Meaning your liquid lies there. But it's your warmth and your moisture. But you want to eat your cool air or your oxygen merge with it. And so basically when you talking hydrogen atoms and oxygen atoms, all you talking is warm air and cool air. You got different temperatures of warm air, different temperatures of cool air. These different temperatures making for all the different atoms y'all could think of, but they're in the air. You merge these different airs together, you manifest different substances. You merge hydrogen and oxygen together, you get water. That's H2O, meaning 2 hydrogen atoms, 2 oxygen atoms. But that's a certain temperature of air for them both. Now, peroxide is water, but just stronger water, meaning peroxide is H2O2 instead of H2O, which is 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. If you add an oxygen atom, which is H2O2, or if you raise the temperature on the oxygen a notch or so, that when those warm airs and those cool airs merge, it will manifest peroxide, meaning it can rain peroxide instead of water. All they will have to do is pump excess oxygen into the air. This is how y'all get swine flu and pneumonia every year. They just pump excess nitrogen into the air. You get it? H1N1 is 1 hydrogen atom, 1 nitrogen atom. Y'all don't understand chemistry. Is it clear now? You see how a thing could be right in your face, but since black people and your common person don't give no 2 shits about chemistry, they can name the drug like they name everything right in front of y'all and y'all won't catch it. So y'all know what H2O is. And you know that happens in the air, meaning different states of airs come together and we get rain. But y'all don't know how peroxide, same thing. Mucus, same thing. Merging different states of airs, meaning nitrogen is a temperature of air. When I say temperature, we're talking humidity, dew point of the air. Nitrogen is an air or a gas. Oxygen is an air or a gas. Get atoms out your mind. We don't need those. Now we learning like nature will show you. You get it? You got hot breath, you got cool air. Let's get busy. Now, nitrogen is a gas or airs. Oxygen, a gas or airs. And every atom you could think of is a gas or air. Now, when you merge these gases or these two different states of airs or three, you're going to get liquid. This is how air manifests in the liquid. This is how y'all get rain. Warm air rises and builds up. It's cooler up above. And you follow? Once that mixture get right, you get the liquid. Now, the way I'm teaching it, y'all seem like y'all locked in. Y'all like, okay, science is not that bad. I like this. What can I make some Clorox solids? Meaning y'all got Clorox, ammonia, different things in your house. So this is chemistry. Y'all got cell phones and all these different things, and you get it. Y'all can make bombs. Again, y'all can make bombs, poisons. So some of these little chemicals y'all have in your house, if y'all mix them after a half an hour, everybody in your house will be dead. Like that. Magic. You follow? That's why they call it magic, meaning ancient sorcery. You can fuck a person all the way up. I can give you swine flu or H1N1. Say how? Just raise the nitrogen levels in your house. Then at some point you're gonna be like like that. You see how simple that is? That part. The beginnings of a cold, nigga. H1N1, H1N2, stronger and stronger cold. What's being manifested is mucus. Mucus is a liquid. All liquids is a merging of atoms or different states of airs. Remember, the atoms are in the air, but you ain't gonna see the atoms. You just know the airs. And so like that. This is the beginnings of learning sorcery, or what y'all have in school now called science. Follow? Aries 106 said actually H1N1 is hemoglobin and neuroimmunin proteins on the surface of the virus. How was the virus made? I didn't say what was on the virus. How was the virus made? The virus being something in the air. How was it made? I just told you. Simple chemistry. The same way water is made, mucus is made. Mucus is a liquid. You make water by merging hydrogen air and oxygen air. You make mucuses by merging hydrogen airs. Remember, hydrogen is hydrate, meaning you're going to get a liquid. Instead of putting oxygen airs with this hydrogen, let's put nitrogen airs. We'll get a different liquid. That liquid being a mucus. That liquid getting you sick now. But the water getting you good. This is sorcery. Dark and light. You follow? Meaning all your alcohols and medicines and all these different liquids, they gonna fall in either dark substance or substance. Like how y'all say when y'all getting drunk. Back Gremlin Cinnamon, I appreciate you. Make it back. Y'all make it worth the while, boy. It's that top level knowledge. It's treating it like it's dirt. You get my point? So I want to thank you. I appreciate that. That's it. I'm silly. But this is how that works, meaning HIV. Get your element chart. I got one right there. I should pull it out. But y'all can Google an element chart. That's all your atoms. Are states of airs. And the merging of these atoms gonna get you different liquids. When you're dealing with your ancient Greek gods, so they are these atoms are these bodies of air, meaning air has atoms in it. You, meaning the atoms are like the cells of this body of air. And depending on the temperature of this bubble or state, and the merging of, oh, I'm sorry, the Greek gods, there are these different bodies of airs. And so just like you're an organism and you consist of micro bodies, this is cells. Of course, within your cells, there's molecules. And within the molecules, they're made up of atoms. So the same way you consist of nothing but atoms, molecules are nothing but clusters of atoms. The cells in your body are nothing but more than clusters of molecules, which is clusters of atoms. You follow? You as an organism, truly the same thing, just of atoms, but you have molecule, cell, you get my point? Everything tucked away and everything, but for the most part, it's all atoms. Now, when you're dealing with air, so it's the same. You got the atomic level of life within it, meaning the atoms. In that, you know certain airs are living beings. And so the Greeks understood that. It all starts with your bodies of airs. They have atomic levels of life or micro bodies in them. That means that they are living. That means they can be merged and produce offspring, or in this case, substance. Meaning airs come together and you get liquids. This is like Poseidon. Poseidon being a seahorse or a liquid thing. Thank you for the give back, Hoops of Nature. I appreciate you guys. Salam, shalom. Yeah, it's a blessing if you get to learn from me. No ego included. It's just a deep thing. Make sure you grasp these things. And y'all getting lost online and all this numerology and dumb talk while it's being put on y'all for real. I happen to understand biology, chemistry. These are things I was just interested in as a kid. I didn't play video games, so you know, these things was things I took interest in. So I'm really good at it. But that's what that is. Meaning numerology, you got your light sorcery. This is like the red, green, yellow light shall obey, and it's a bunch of different sorceries or sciences that's put on y'all mind beyond what y'all can fathom. And you get my point? It kind of dumbs y'all out and controls y'all like puppets, but it does more than that. You know, it kind of messes up the life in the being itself, which is you. So every set with thought, due respect, you were making a lot more sense when you were breaking down witches. Well, that all got to do with your age. I'm not your age, champ. You're a little kid, so you probably think like wisdom got to do with whatever you want to believe in your head. And so I heard what you said about H1N1. Again, what you said don't even got nothing to do with what I said. You're speaking about what you believe these things to consist of. And I'm telling you how they made, which is two different things. And so again, H1N1 got to do with your periodic chart. This is why all diseases is put into that form, because all diseases classify as a liquid or a gas of some sort. Like on a real level, think on that. Why they need to name it HIV? Why? Why H1N1? Why? The only thing that is worded in that way is the periodic chart, meaning H2O. Peroxide is H2O2. Trioxide, H2O3. Like that. Laughing gas is what? Nitrogen and oxygen. That. You got laughing gas liquid. Like I said, mixing the different atoms, you get different liquids. You got all different kind of liquids here. peroxide, trioxide, Clorox, all kind of different liquids. Some of these liquids being mucuses, meaning if you ingest them, you be sick. Man, shit, if you ingest Clorox, you be sick. So it ain't just that, but the liquids that become mucuses are the recipes that manifest as liquid mucuses. This is for diseases. Your water, your peroxide, your HOs or your hydrogen and oxygen mixtures. This just make water. Peroxide being water, but a stronger than H2O. It's H2O too. So when that peroxide light will start to bleach things and turn your hair brown and shit like that. You get it? And trioxide, closer to Clorox. You get my point? Like that. All of these things being clear liquids. Water. But stronger and stronger until it's like I said, poisons is no different than medicines. It's just higher in potency. And so, and go deep. You learn the element chart, like I said. The mixing and merging of your different airs is how you get different liquids. These liquids will classify it as what they are. All the diseases y'all know of, they that. That's why they name them in that way. H1N1, HIV, COVID-2. When you see a letter in a number, you're talking element chart. If you're talking element chart, that means somebody put sorcery on your ass, meaning they doing chemistry to you. They're mixing and merging this thing and that thing and giving it to you and fucking you up. You don't never have to question that. If you see a number in a letter, you're dealing with chemistry and the mixing and merging of atoms. The number after the letter is how many atoms. So H2 means 2 hydrogen atoms. The O has no number behind it, so that just means 1. You follow? H1N1 just means 1 hydrogen atom and 1 nitrogen atom. It can be written HN. Do you follow? Then you have H1N2. The same thing, but just stronger, like H2O2. Peroxide to water. It's stronger, but the same. And so you create your mucuses and things like that. You create all your different liquids or waters. We speak in water, peroxide, Clorox, ammonia. All these different liquids we have, they're different mixtures of atoms. Meaning you need your element chart. These atoms being different states of airs. So, any disease you can think of, it was given to y'all. How do you think the first person got any disease you could think of? That part. It had to be given to them. Meaning it had to be created. Let's say you got herpes. Alright? Herpes is a sexually transmitted disease, meaning you get it by having sex with somebody. But how did the first person get it? Again, herpes is a sexually transmitted disease, meaning you get it by having sex. But how did the first person get it? So you say they had sex with somebody, but they're the first one to have herpes, so how did they get it? Again, herpes is a sexually transmitted disease. If I'm the first person with herpes, how did I get it? You can't say because I had sex. It wouldn't matter if I had sex. How did I get herpes? I'm the first person that got it. How did I get it? It was given to me. Meaning herpes is something that's made, like how I explained, all substance. In the past, herpes was put into spaghetti, meaning the liquid that herpes is, being made like all liquids from ammonia to Clorox to any liquid you could think of. Herpes is made simple chemistry. Like I said, your periodic table. Herpes is a recipe, a mixture of atoms that will manifest a liquid. That liquid making you rashy, like poison ivy resin. In the past, it was put in spaghetti. A man eat the spaghetti with the herpes in it, the liquid, the substance. Then he kiss his mouth and eat his wife pussy. Or in reverse, if it's a woman, she eat the spaghetti, she suck her man dick, because that's what grown-ups do with their mouth. And you get it? And this is how it become a sexually transmitted disease, but it didn't start that way. It started with a simple meal and one eating. Next thing you know, their mouth all bumped out. This is how they become the first person with herpes, but they ain't get it from having sex with nobody. They couldn't have. That's how y'all got herpes and all these diseases y'all know of now. It's called roots in the past. That's why I say a witch is a chemist. She put that chemistry on you. Next thing you know, you got all kind of diseases. A man don't understand how disease make. He say, man, how could somebody make herpes? Now do you see how simple? Like that. Meaning herpes could be a poison ivy mixture. It could be any liquid substance mixture, meaning it can be made from liquids that we already have, or it can be made in the atomic level way. Knowing what atoms are to be merged together to produce that substance that will cause that affliction. And so all of this go deep. I may have to retitle this video. I'm a little tired. And I didn't even get to break down, the deep things I came to. And so all the disease and everything y'all have, it's put on y'all purposely in that way. If you wonder to yourself, damn, how every goddamn year we could just get pneumonia. Nitrogen, man. Just pump more nitrogen. Simple. H1N1 thing. Hydrogen instead of oxygen, nitrogen. Sick y'all out for a moment. That part. The immune system is weak, then you just be finished. There you go. If you look at how it's written, H1N1, and you understand chemistry, you shouldn't be confused. You should just be like, damn, Silas, you a cold-blooded genius. I never realized that. And I'm a whole chemist my own self. And you got people that's chemists that never realized that. So, shit, another chemist actually made this. I'm just a school dummy. I just know my schoolwork. I don't even know anything. And so that's why I'm telling you, curriculum, just curriculum. But in the past, a witch is teaching her daughter like that, through life. Like, yo, hot air, cool air, light, dark. This animal, meaning the toad, it got DMT on it. That plant got DMT in it, meaning that cactus got DMT on it. That frog got it on it. That got it on it. That got it on it. The earwax in your ear when you have a whole cold-blooded cold and then you get an ear infection. That earwax is DMT. I should have never even said that shit. But DMT is within y'all, so. But I should have never said that shit. I'm one of the cold-blooded chemists y'all ever gonna meet, man. Today times. School's supposed to be hiring me, but I don't know. They're gonna have to sit me down and take me through the curriculum, because I'm sure they don't want me to teach this. It's too clear. And that little kid be in the bathroom mixing shit up, killing themselves, you get it? But all these drug substances and things, y'all know if they either in the plants or on certain animals. A lot of them are within us. And when we have little imbalances, like I said, earwax, DMT, but this is a matter of us having a little imbalance. We would call it an ear infection. But that nasty brown wax, you want to know what that'll do, man. That's that DMT right there. You follow? Like a frog. Meaning life cold-blooded, but y'all learn curriculum instead of real life. So in the past, when the witches like, get me a chicken's foot and a frog, they need the substance from these things to mix that together to make the medicine or either the poison, both being one and the same. It's just a potency level thing. Meaning medicine ain't as potent as poison. Poison being medicine just to the extremes. So you have to microdose DMT, otherwise you'll die. Meaning DMT is poison. But it's a medicine too, if you dilute it or microdose it like snake venom. Snake venom being a poison, but it can be a medicine. If you microdose it, it'll blast you off too. You have a whole experience. And so this was the ancient practice. But in today's times, y'all babble a lot. Meaning y'all young, y'all say all kind of dumb stuff. A chick to look you in the eyes telling you, I'm a witch. I'm looking back at her like, yeah, you have no clue how dumb you sound to me. Meaning if you was an adult, you would really grasp like, okay, I look completely stupid telling Solace I'm a witch. You get it? Meaning all the dumb shit you talking can be done in real life. The same way you watered down and dumbed out on numerology, where you teaching fake versions of it to people, you could learn the real numerology, which is being put on you as we speak. And understanding all the numbers in that grid system that you live in. And you know, the months and weeks and things we live by got to do with the constellations. As above, so below. So these is your substances up above. Meaning every molecule has a constellation equivalent. A molecule in a constellation is the same thing on different levels of life. So a molecule is a cluster of atoms. A constellation is a cluster of stars. Atoms are stars on the most microest level of life. Follow? If you lost, you have planets in the sun. And you're dealing with an atom, you have your electrons and your protons. Protons being your planets, your electrons being your suns. The solar system on the most microest level. And so on the macro levels, it's the same thing happening all over again. The merging of atoms to create substances. The merging of substances to create yolk are cells. Meaning you got sperm cells, menses cells or oocyte cells, you know, period blood cells. But these two substances is thick and yolky. It's not just like regular liquid. You get it? Like that. The merging of atoms or airs will get you liquid. The merging of liquids or molecules will get you thick liquid. You know, yolk. And that yolk is your cells. And after that, you have your organisms, which is matter. You see how it's going more and more solid. After organism, you got hard, dead organism body, or a planet, which is a level above organism. The planets are rocky. Above planets, you got stars. You get my point? A star being a reflection of the macro all over again. And so, it's a deep thing. Hopefully, y'all are grasping. Aries 106 said, I'm going to have to test that. I'm not sure what. Oh, you're talking about the earwax. That's why certain things, I don't know. Some of y'all young and stupid. My channel was truly for 35s and older. If you younger than that, don't do anything unless I teach you it. Don't just hear something here and then do it. That's not how wisdom works. There's details in things that's not being mentioned. You get it? So just when you're ready and you got the time to learn the right way, then you just learn. You don't need to try nothing that you hear because you don't have the details and other knowledges and things that go with it. And so, like I said, ancient sorcery are this witchcraft stuff when you know it right. Do you see how interesting it is? Say, damn, it's just chemistry that they teach in school, but on a whole nother level if I'm out in nature. Like I said, the witch say, go get the chicken foot, go get me a frog, and go get me this root. Meaning this plant's root. She'll tell you the plant and the root. You bring all that back, that part. She making the same drugs that y'all have today. This is how the pharmaceutical drugs y'all have are made. Well, synthetic versions of these natural resources, which is the substances in plants. Most of the substances are the medicinals are in the plants. That's why it's called roots. And knowing the recipes are the mixing and merging of these different substances is how you get your medicines or your poisons, your diseases, these different things. You follow? Of course, that became your pharmaceuticals. This is why they banned spirit summoning practices or witchcraft. Because they have to sell it to y'all now. That part. Otherwise, y'all make y'all own drugs. This is synthetic versions anyway, so why would you care? Meaning they're not giving you real drugs, they giving you fake drugs. Pharmaceuticals, pills and things like that. Don't come from no tree. It's just a fake replica of a medicinal that comes from a plant. You follow? And so they had to ban it first, kill all the witches at the stake. Meaning they burnt all the witches at the stake, which is to basically say they burnt all the black people that knew chemistry. Horrible now when you put it in the right perspective. Sounds stupid when you put it that way. And they burnt all the witches, but you don't really know what a witch is. So you like, a witch is the person responsible for making witch hazel. A witch hazel being a substance, like I said, a mixture of different chemicals. So that's what a witch was, a chemist. She just wasn't one that went to school. Her grandma taught her. And her grandma taught her before her. And these women could heal you or harm you. They cold-blooded. You don't play with them. She a chemist. Meaning, she can make you have fucking H1N1. You get it? She could make you have HIV back in the time where nobody knew what HIV was. She could make crack, which is mixed cocaine with baking soda, and have you as her slave. Because once you are a crackhead, you're going to do whatever a nigga tell you to do. Like that. You have all these things we have now. In the past, it was called witchcraft. You high on Molly, you dumbed out on this thing or that thing, you high on the methazine. Yeah, they had all that in the past. The old lady knew that. She was called a witch. And she knew what plants all these substances come from and how to merge them. To either dilute them or make them stronger. Like that. And so in our reality, a witch is just a chemist. And so basically in the past, during your Salem witch trials, witches is just people who know chemistry that didn't learn it in school or the traditional way. But this is before the traditional way. Meaning this is before schools. This is, we have to kill them all off so we can make a school and people actually go. Why would anyone go to your school to learn chemistry if they already know it the natural way? Why would they want to go learn atoms and when they already know all these things naturally? Meaning they understand air, liquid, matter. That part. It makes it redundant. It makes it harder. Why would I want to go to your school and drive myself crazy when it's so much more simpler the way my grandmama teaching me? Meaning the way I'm teaching you now, you like, yeah, that's easy. I get it. Like that. If they taught it to y'all like that in school, or y'all already knew it like I'm telling you, y'all will breeze through chemistry. You get it? It would be stupid to y'all. Like, man, I already know this, man. The right way, though. And so, it have to be wiped from y'all minds before they can resell it. So all the witches is burned at the stakes in the 17th century. That's the 1600s. Then by the 1800s, when the schools and shit getting built, that shit after 200 years, y'all don't know that. And then they can do it to y'all however they want. And so do you get my point? But if you go to like your third world countries where they ain't got no civilization yet, that part, they still know the ancient sorcery, which is chemistry, but the natural way like I'm explaining it. And that, ruthless. But that's what a witch is. A witch ain't a modern day chick in the daytimes that's halfway out their mind that could talk a good game. A witch could do certain things. Meaning she would have been a chemist in the daytimes. Meaning they could have hired everybody, get grandma to be a chemist instead of like labeling them a witch and killing them. But blacks wasn't allowed to teach in colleges in the times. That's why. Just easier to kill her. Otherwise, she start her own private school right next door to the college, and then you don't get no goddamn people going to the college because they all like, nah, I'd rather learn from him. Imagine if I go to a chemistry class and then I did this. So all the kids in the chemistry class gonna say, well, I'd rather learn from him if I could still get like a passing grade. Let me just let him teach me this shit every day because I like it better that way anyway. You just filling my head up with numbers and letters and I'm getting confused. Anybody hear it the real way, it make the curriculum like, I don't even feel like being bothered with that, right? I want to do something now. You get it? When you learn it with the curriculum way, you like, all right, maybe I can pass the test now. When you learn it the real way, you like, nah, I actually made something. Like he said, I'm going to try that. You get it? It's one of them things. It's something the kid, meaning most grandmothers, they was teaching little girls So you had 3, 4-year-old girls getting burnt at the stake. Because once you know this, you know it. It's like anything. Once you know how to ride a bike, you know how to ride a bike. The only way to get it out your mind is to whack you off. You ain't gonna never get it out your mind. And so, me said, yo, I gave this ability. I was gonna say I don't need drugs because I'm willing to feel how I want to. Then I realized that I'm conscious plant eater. I have no clue what you're saying, me. Aries, be quiet, brother. I don't got time for the weird stuff. Meaning people in your generation, y'all Tupac drowned out and dumbed out. And so you got a mind perspective where you think opposition gonna get you some notoriety. So you keep trying to comment and disagree with what I'm saying. You gonna get your ass chunked the fuck off, little boy. You better know the environment you in. I'm not a kid. Stop coming here with your crack baby ways. You not Tupac. Looking for opposition ain't how you gonna get no notoriety. It's how you gonna get smashed like the roach you are. And I'm noticing that with a lot of y'all generation. Y'all got that stupid Tupac mind. That's where y'all got that from. Where you think if you find an opposition or something to oppose, you're going to get notoriety. You not. You're going to get what he got. Meaning Tupac. And so if you notice with this generation, y'all move in that way and y'all bring it to every environment. Y'all even start to do it to truth. Y'all do it in every entertainment y'all got. Where you desperate to oppose this rapper or this person because you think that's how you gonna get your shot. And that y'all be overly always reaching, where it become disgusting, where it become like get a talent or kill yourself. Other than that, pretending like you this or that, because that's what y'all do. Y'all pretend. Pretend you wise, you pretending you just looking for something to oppose. Don't come here like that. Come here to learn. I'm breaking down deep things. You think I'm breaking down these deep ass things for a little stupid ass kid like you to keep fucking playing? You probably my daughter age. I'm gonna say it again. If you young, stop playing with me like I'm your age. You gonna get your feelings hurt, and you gonna get your folks, which is my age, fucked up. So you look at your pops and you make sure he's sturdy. You look at your mama cheek, make sure it's sturdy. Because I'm not going to deal with you. I'm not your age. I don't care how young I look. I'm not your age. My daughter will dust half y'all off. That part. I got little cousins and people y'all age that will beat the dog shit out of y'all. Do you get it? I'm not your age. You could get beat the fuck up in your folks. Simultaneously together. If you can't get it through your brain and you're a little kid and you keep coming here in that nature, well, you think I'm breaking down top level scholarship for you to pretend like you something? Let me explain something deep to y'all, because all y'all need to hear this. And then I'm going to come back and do the Garden of Eden. Well, maybe I can do it now. This generation, he said, I'm 39. Well, you carry it like somebody that's lost in the YouTube, which make you a fucking kid, because the shit is patent to little kids. And so you carry it like little kids. I know 45-year-olds that's still all impressed by Tupac, and they carry it like a bozo, where they think finding an opposition is how they gonna get. Care how old you is, nigga, you better stop playing with me. Now, take this jewel if you younger than me. If you older, you can take it too. In the daytimes, y'all want to be YouTubers, meaning a YouTuber is the new star, and a YouTuber is basically somebody that don't have no talent or do no one specific thing. They just mimic anything they could see to pretend to do. This is a YouTuber. They an interviewer one moment, they doing boxing, they this, they that, they everything. Everything but any one specific thing. They ain't got no true talent in nothing that they do. But they do everything. Then a YouTuber become the stars. Then they become the gatekeepers and the blackballers of the people that really got the talent. That part. If you lost, now when you get to all genres of entertainment, what do you see? That part. Meaning in the daytime, you got boxing, but then you got retard YouTube boxing. That Jake Paul and all these weird niggas that's supposed to have a talent, but they don't. They're a YouTuber, which means they just do anything they can. And that, y'all watered down real things. All forms of entertainment and all things get watered down because y'all are the new stars, but you actually know nothing. You just mimic and pretend. That part. Why don't y'all get a talent and stop acting like y'all stupid? You ain't fooling nobody with that behavior. And that's real talk. Peace and wisdom, big rappy. If you young, that's a real reality. Meaning y'all not taking the time out to learn that you know have a talent in anything. Y'all just want to be YouTubers, which means you talentless. And you just do anything at any moment. Y'all on here pretending like y'all real comedians, but y'all not. Y'all doing fake ass, stupid, funny clown skits, but you got real comedians who's crafted at that time. But now you the new star and you don't have no fucking talent. You just a mimicker. That means something in life. It means like when you get to a place now you got boxing and you can't even get a fight made. Because you got all these mimickers. That part. You got Errol Spence, Tank, and all these hype jobs. Then you got real people that's grinding like Terrence Crawford. And then when you put these two in the ring, then do you get my point? You see the reality. It's just like if you get whatever wise person y'all sit around here pretending is wise that's really a YouTuber, and you put them in front of me, you're going to see the extent of the stupidity. It's going to be like Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, where I dragged the nigga in 3 seconds. Where you clearly see like, okay, the nigga's dumb. The same way y'all clearly see, okay, Errol Spence is not. He's good. But not when he's fighting this dude that they said wasn't good all these years. Like that. The fakes become the gatekeepers of the real deal. Because they the stars. But they don't have the talent. Now I ain't saying Errol Spence ain't got the talent. I'm just using him as an example. Errol Spence solid. Meaning he'll come back and do it right. Terrence Crawford can't get too excited. He gotta wait till after the rematch. But the way y'all talk in the daytime, y'all fuck that up. You get my point? Meaning all this is the beginnings of the new trilogy. Back in boxing days, you had trilogy matches where niggas fight 3 times. Oh, and the paydays on these was, oh my God. You get it? Y'all fucking that all up. Terrence Crawford done forgot about the rematch and the rematch money. The trilogy money. Like that. Y'all all dumb the fuck out. You're fucking up the business. Because y'all don't got no talent. And so, somebody need to get that together. Meaning if you young, get a talent. All the bozo shit, and you desperate to be a YouTuber, which is just somebody to flip-flop around and don't really know how to do nothing. Nothing good. You just mediocre of being good at whatever you doing. That's what a YouTuber is. And so in the daytime, you got YouTube boxing matches. You get it? All this watery and fake shit. Messing up the entertainment or whatever the genre of the thing is. Whether it's wisdom, entertainment, whatever. You got a whole bunch of retards in the way. And y'all be carrying on with that perspective like Aries, where you think you a fake Tupac in every environment and you desperately seeking an opposition. Thinking that's your way to glory. If you have a fucking talent, you stand on your talent and you will get your notoriety from your talent. Not from you trying to make this person a fraud or this person wrong. And that part, most of y'all lost on that. You think if you could discredit somebody, that's your ticket. Get a talent. Now hopefully you grasp Aries and stop playing with me. I'm going to curse you out for real. Peace and wisdom, Mike Cobb. Salam, shalom. There you go, Ian. Every artistic endeavor gets watered down by the YouTube effect, which is stupid little kids that pretend like they really know something and don't understand what they doing in terms of to the society. Y'all get lost in y'all own stereotypes. Meaning some of y'all make up stereotypes, then it become popular, and you get lost in your own made up shit. You forgetting like, oh, I made a black woman in God is a perfect example. Some of y'all done made up that dumb shit knowing that shit was stupid when you first said it, but you like, nah, I'm gonna see if I can get me some motherfucking views out this bench. And next thing you know, it caught on because you got a whole community that like to hear that dumb shit. You get it? Meaning you already got environments set up that can be exploited. All you gotta do, you get it? Y'all know what I mean? You ain't got to really be a conscious community person. You could just pretend. Right now, go try it. Be like, the black woman is God, power to the people in me. Like, I mean, it becomes so fake like that, but nobody don't even care. It's just a goofy kid environment. But the point I'm making is everything get watered down, like you said. You get all that fake shit. That fake shit become the gatekeepers and the black ballers of all the real shit, because they can't measure up talent-wise. And so here we are in the daytime where everybody pretending or looking for an opposition to get on, but ain't got no talent to stand on afterwards. That part. And so get it together, because we ain't gonna have nothing soon. Meaning all y'all do is talk now. Everything we have is like gossip and rumor. Meaning y'all gossip and rumor so much. Gossip and rumor being like, believe me talk. You know, believe is lie. Lie stretched out. You know, lie right in the middle of the B. This was Belial in the past, so Belial. But y'all bring y'all rumor and gossip etiquette into every genre of everything. To the point where y'all in the realms of wisdom talking about, what's your take? Hey, Solace, did you hear about? That's how gossip starts. Not how a conversation of wisdom should start. Did you hear? Again, that's gossip talk. That's how gossip start. My take is, you're supposed to have your take on gossip. How you got to take on truth? Truth is a fact that's proven and done with. What you mean? That part. A lot of y'all think a discussion got to do with you talking over the point. Once the point made, the point is made. And so, kind of grasp that. Like I said, y'all messing everything up. He said, yeah, I used to do that. Everybody do that dumb nonsense. I don't get it. It's like it's obvious in the daytime that you got all the fakes in the forefront. That's why you don't have nothing happening. You go to boxing, you don't have no real fights being made. You got all these dumb fights being made. Why Tank ain't fighting Devin Haney already? Why is Tank calling out Terrence Crawford? You're scared of people in your own weight class. Shut up. You get it? It start becoming clowned out. Tank is like the new clown now. He was my favorite. I'm real. I had to be real myself. I say Blood the new clown. He just riding on Adrian Broner and Mayweather's following. Meaning they passed him their torch. All his following is Adrian Broner's old followers and Mayweather's. But he did not earn none of them following. That's why y'all can't name one good fight he had. Where it's a real fight. He just keep fighting down and down. That part. Ryan Garcia was fighting down from the last person he fought. That part. That's why he don't got no belts, no achievements, no accomplishments. Y'all just keep saying he could sell out the house. That's Mayweather and Adrian Broner. You about to lie to me and tell me his fans ain't dumb? Because Mayweather put us on a Tank a long time ago. They tried to steal some of that back. That's when they start saying Haney beat him up. Cause they said, man, we gave him the torch and we ain't even got him locked down yet. We about to give him all the followers. Meaning Mayweather sell out stadiums. Tank could probably sell out a stadium too, but that ain't his work. Otherwise, who he fought with, he should be selling out a stadium. That part. And Devin Haney really putting in the work. But maybe everybody ain't invested in Devin Haney, so they say, fuck this nigga, I ain't getting no return. He gonna keep all his money, and so fuck him. We own Tank, so. When Tank set out a stadium, that ain't all his money. You got Mayweather and hella high ups that, y'all know how this go. But like I said, this shit getting fake, meaning y'all watering y'all own self down. Tank was solid when he first started, but he watered down. Calling out niggas that ain't even in his weight. Scared to fight the people in his weight. When that became cool. That part. Y'all just followers on here, so whoever they say cool, then y'all like, yeah. They get bozoed out. Yeah, hit that like button, man, and subscribe. Salam, shalom. Court said Lomachenko washed Haney. If you watch the fight and you don't watch it under influence brain, Lomachenko did good, but he did not win. If you think what Lomachenko did was good enough for somebody to beat the champion, then you stupid. Again, Devin Haney is the undisputed champion. Because y'all too stupid and not real boxing fans, y'all don't get what that mean. That mean he did what Tank was supposed to do. He went to another country, washed whoever had them belts up. Do you get that? He the champ. Now when the champ fights, you got to do a lot. I mean, and if you don't knock the champ out, you better be doing some serious work. We talking some Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence type shit to win. You telling me what Lomachenko did is good enough to beat the undisputed champion? You high. Like I said, Lomachenko did a great job. But if you watch that fight and you don't let yourself get brainwashed into what you heard, you will clearly see, like, nah, Haney won. But, you know, he got touched up a little bit in that one. But he the undisputed champ, and if you don't never lose sight of that, and you respect that, then you will clearly see, like, okay, no, Lomachenko did not do even a little bit of enough to win. Because that's the champ. And what he did ain't considered good enough. If Devin Haney was a champ y'all loved, then y'all would get what I'm saying. When James Buster Douglas knocked Mike Tyson out, well, he said Tyson won. Tyson the champ, though. He got up in time. Meaning you could beat the champ and niggas will still be like, no, but he the champ. And so whatever Lomachenko did to Haney, that ain't enough. For niggas to be running around talking about, yeah, he beat Haney. No, I'm really a boxing fan. Y'all messing up the sport. And y'all bringing the value down. They need to hire me in boxing for something. I don't know what. For something. Because y'all messing up the money. I mean, in Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight supposed to be, we ain't had a trilogy in I don't know how long. This that old school shit. When Muhammad Ali and Frazier fight 3 times. You get it? Frazier and Foreman and Ali, niggas is fighting 3 times. And when you talking about that kind of money, the first fight don't even matter. When 2 champs of that magnitude fight, the first fight don't matter because it just lead to the rematch. Meaning when Terrence Crawford beat up Errol Spence like he did, it don't mean nothing. Because he get a rematch. And so ain't no need to get hyped up. Like, oh yeah, he won. Who cares? This like the NBA now. This the 7-game shit. This the real games now. 1 ain't enough. Do you follow the playoffs? 1 game winning ain't enough. You got to win 4 out of 7 or something. You follow? Meaning Terrence Crawford better relax. I picked Terrence Crawford. I'm a real boxing, so I know how this go. But I would tell him if I was somebody that had a relationship with him, don't get relaxed. You need to talk to nobody. You don't need to be calling out nobody. Just focus on Errol Spence return. Nothing else. Because he gonna come back and dust you off. Meaning Errol Spence was just weight drain. If you a boxer, you know what I mean. He was all, you get it? If you don't know what weight drain is when you like don't drink and eat and you sweat out the weight and that you feel dead. Like then the next day after they weigh in, they try to eat and drink. But sometimes that throw your metabolism off when you shave that weight like that. Meaning you mess up your appetite. In that, the next day you're supposed to be eating and getting your energy back and drinking, but you can't. You kind of threw your thing off. That's what happened to him. He had whatever life problems he had. He shed the weight, and then it threw off his appetite, and he couldn't recoup back in enough time before the fight night. You follow? And so now he's coming to the fight like a nigga dehydrated and starving. And he's starving because he can't eat. You follow? Imagine if you don't eat for a day, and then tomorrow I say, let's eat. You're like, hold on, I need some soup or something. I can't just dive in. My appetite messed up. I need to drink first and like that. They shedding weight in that way, but sometimes you can't eat that following day. You gotta wait a week or so before your appetite get back like it was. And that, walking into the fight all drained out, looking like Errol Spence, where you looking high, but you just drained out like somebody that walked through the desert, and now they thirsty and hungry. And so when he's punching, he ain't got nothing on it. Meaning Terrence Crawford got enough brains to know Errol Spence is better than every nigga that I fought, and so it's no way I should have beat him up this way. He should know, like, no, he was weight drained or something. Yeah, I could beat him, but not like that. Meaning all of y'all should have a brain to know, okay, the rematch coming. Something went wrong. Terrence Crawford is a great fighter, but he can't beat Errol Spence like that. You get it? Errol Spence beat everybody that he beat, and you get it? Terrence Crawford struggled with some people, and he just ran through Errol Spence like he was nobody. He was weight drained. Meaning Errol Spence is a 180-pound person. And then on fight time, he trying to drop all them pounds. That's like 30-something pounds. They try to train for the 3 months and get as low as they can. So maybe he get from 180 to 160. But now it's fight week. And so now he got the weight drain. You follow? You at 160, you got to get to 147. Training ain't bring you from 180 to 147. Now he got a weight train, all miss all that money. So then they weight train. This is when they sweat themselves out, don't drink, don't eat. But then that next day, or after they do the scales, and the next day is the fight, he couldn't recoup. Meaning he couldn't recuperate in that much time. You can't make yourself eat if your appetite is messed up. But you need the energy. Like that. And so you go into the ring all dry and ashy, and your punches don't have that much effect, and you don't have no real energy. And when a nigga just tap you, you be like, oh, come on. You get it? You're drained. That's why when Terrence is hitting him, he's just like falling so easy. He's drained out. He don't have his legs. He's drained. That part. Meaning it's a simple thing if you're familiar with boxing, but y'all just so dramatic in today's times. Mind you, whatever happened in that ring is good for the trilogy. You grasp? Meaning how much money you think they gonna make on the rematch? That part. Pull off 150 million a piece. You don't think so? And then if Errol Spence busts his ass this time, you know what the trilogy money gonna look like? And this generation ain't never had a trilogy. This old school glory. That part. Like I said, they need to hire me in boxing because y'all are fucking it up. this the new build-up, meaning it's the trilogy. You get all the best fighters, you get that card be stacked. I'm talking Tank vs. Haney on that card, and it's stacked out. Where they could charge you $150 for the pay-per-view, and you like, I'm paying for it. I don't care. It's stacked. Get it? Every fight. And they used to do stuff like that in the past, where the card be stacked, and you like, I gotta catch the first fight to the last one. And this $60 is worth every penny. Y'all don't get that no more. Y'all get these niggas online running their mouth all day. We get make-believe fights that's gonna happen. When Wilder and Joshua gonna fight? Never. Like that. Make-believe rumor matches. Everything is rumor and gossip no matter what environment you go to. You go into rap and in music and entertainment, it's not about the rapper, the actor, or the singer. It's about all the gossip and rumor around them. Not their talent, the gossip and rumor around them. The what ifs. That part. Same in boxing. You got rumors of fights. Rumors of wars to happen that never like that. Now watering everything down with y'all moral character. Meaning y'all stereotypical. Y'all gossip and rumor filled, and y'all don't have any talent. Y'all just know y'all want to be stars. And you think a star is a YouTuber. This is somebody that just does anything. No disrespect to any YouTuber. I'd rather you get YouTube money than robbing and stealing. But the point still is the point. Meaning you're blocking people with real talent. So let's not overlook that. And so, try and grasp. Court said weight drain ain't no excuse. He fought at that weight for years. Now because he fought Terrence Crawford, he weight drained. This is what I mean by your generation. Y'all stupid. Did you hear? Were you listening to what I said? I was speaking of a trilogy, you stupid retard. You stupid dumb retard. I said I bet for Crawford. Did you hear any of that before you tried to make a point? Which is you're so lost on YouTube and you done heard so many Errol Spence excuse videos, you too dumb to hear what's being said. You're lost in your programming now. And so when I say Errol Spence's weight drain, you hear that. You don't hear the point. Meaning talking to your generation is... Hopefully y'all grasp why I say, if you under 35, don't come to my channel. You're stupid. Y'all too gone in y'all program. The ears don't even work no more. Again, I bet on Terrence Crawford. Why would I make an excuse for Errol Spence? That part. Are you dumb? You don't know how good Errol Spence can fight? You don't think it's strange you just see him run through him like that? That part. Don't nobody have to make no excuse. It's common damn sense. Yes, he didn't make weight, so he's supposed to get his ass dusted off. But that's still the reality. Meaning whether he could make weight or not is not the point of the conversation. The point of the conversation is the reality. He was drained out. And everybody got eyeballs to clearly see that. That part. In the daytime, y'all have no experience, never had a fight, never missed a meal probably. Just dumb. So you can't even grasp nothing I'm saying. When I say weight drain, he ain't had nothing to drink or eat. You so greedy and fat, you never even missed a meal. To grasp like, oh yeah, when I felt like that. Okay, I get how he was feeling in there. But like I said, my words got to do with trilogies, you know. Business. The point of things. You a boxer and you ain't looking for a trilogy, you a fool. Said I'm a boxer, OG, you chatting. Court, me and you could spar up anytime you want. I put that on my life, I ain't capping. Me and you could spar up all anytime you want. I'm in New York. Whatever city you in, just put it up. I'll pull up to whatever gym you go to. I swear on my daughter life. Put whatever state you in, and I'ma come to the gym you train at, and we gonna spar, and I'ma dust you off like you never been dusted off in front of your whole gym. That's on my kid's life. I'm not joking, ain't even a little bit. He think I'm playing with him. Blood, put up your state. Put up your state in the gym you go to. And ain't no getting out of it. I don't want you to think like, no, I was just fucking around. I wouldn't care if you was. Put the gym in the state you in up. I'ma pull up and dust you off. And that go for any box, even if you're a professional. We could do an exhibition. I will dust you off. Go look at my hands and then you ask yourself if you really want to play for real. Because y'all be on here like playing dumb. Don't play dumb like you don't know what hands is. Anybody want to get washed up, let me know. I put that on my life. That's what I do. I'ma dust you off. Anybody want to box you, we can always do that. That's what I do. I'ma dust you. Wrestling and all that other shit, okay, whatever. Boxing, I'ma dust you. We don't even gotta use gloves. I'm old school. I don't fuck gloves, man. Bare hand. You so fucking tough. He still ain't put it up. He said 43 Lauderdale Way, Tampa, Florida. Man, you know what's so deep? You gonna see me sooner than you think. I swear to God, I was just looking at tickets for Sedona, Arizona, and Tampa, Florida. I'm coming to Tampa. I'm gonna hold you to be a man. Meaning you said what you said, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna hold you to be an honorable man. Email upscale knowledge before I pull up. I'm pulling up regardless. I don't want to hold you, make you think I'm playing with you. I'm fucking you up. But email me before I pull up, because I'm pulling up for you, man. So you respect man shit, you won't get dusted. That's that. If you ever in New York, hit me up. Meaning I'm gonna be with you in about a month. Sometime between now and a month. But if you make your way before that, meaning if you happen to come to New York, hit me up. Ain't no gym. It's New York. We got grass if you need. You feel me? If you need some cushion, we got grass. That's as far as it go. Other than that concrete jungle. I don't know how to throw your things on the concrete, big baby. That fading you out. Put your age up too, champ. Little nigga 18. I was like, oh, oh, you 18. Oh, wait. If you ain't too young, it don't matter your age. We just gonna have to adjust the rounds. Meaning if you young, we ain't doing the whole 12, man. It's got too much energy. If you about 20, if you in your late 20s, early 30s, you can go however you want. I'm like a 28, 30-year-old. You get it? I ain't like an 18-year-old. I respect age. So, I don't want you to think I'm just a stupid nigga running my mouth. I'ma fuck you up, but I'm fully aware of the realities of everything. But I just want you to see for yourself, if you a boxer, Solace could be a professional boxer if the nigga just come to the gym every day. Like he's better than I am and I'm professional. That's all I want you to see. You ain't put your age, it don't matter your age. Like I said, we just adjust the rounds. If you like 18, we gonna do like 2 rounds. I'm gonna knock you out. And y'all be a little stronger when they young. Old niggas go down fast. That jaw be brittle. Sleeping. But the young, you know, they bones, everything fresh. Everything fresh, you gotta work them like. You gotta work their rib cage out. Other than that, young kids too hyper. They got annihilator juice and shit in their mouth. And hyped up. So you know that thing gonna go long. I ain't got that kind of energy, big baby. I'm 41. I need a nice mouthpiece and shit. I'm old. My teeth a little brittle. You know, if you old right now, feel your teeth, and then ask yourself, could I take a punch like I was when I was 18, or will one of my teeth fly out? Then you be like, oh yeah, I'm older. That shit. I got some loose shits already. I don't. I don't chill a little bit. So like that, I'm aware of my age. I'm aware my teeth older than your shit. My jawline older than yours. You still gonna lose though. But I just want you to fully be aware that I ain't no clown. Just hype the fuck up because you said what you said. I want to dust you off for real. I wish it was from New York, or you knew like a boxer from New York. I believe you a boxer though now. At first I thought you was capping. Not to say like I said what I said because you a boxer. It wouldn't matter to me. I really box. Not fucking you up. But I know you a real boxer because a boxer always gonna spar. You get my point? They beat up all the time, so it ain't nothing to them. You get my point? If a person ain't really a boxer, they just capping and they like, nah, I don't want to spar. But you'll know a real boxer because they like, I'll spar. Even if they think they gonna lose, they like, alright, I'll do it. Said I'm from New York. Why everybody from New York moving to Florida? A lot of y'all moving to Florida. Like Tampa, what's the other place? Where Disney World at? I forget the name, but everybody moving to Florida from New York. It must be cheap out there or something. Is it because of the taxes? Yeah, Orlando. A lot of people moving to like Orlando, Florida, Florida. What's going on in Florida that I'm missing? I'm gonna pull up out there and I'm telling you to email me because after we spar, you get it? You say you're a boxer. I'm not expecting you to have no feelings. I'm expecting you to like have a good time for me after. You get my point? I'm not just coming out there to beat you up. I'm gonna be there for like 3-4 days after that. And I'm expecting you to take me around and or at least let me know like where to go and have fun. That's why I said email me, because I don't want to just come for that shit. I was gonna go to Sedona, to the mountains. That's what I picked. But peace and wisdom, Chanel Walker. You gotta email me, love. I lost my phone and your number was in that one, so I ain't even got no contact for you. I know you said it's not cheap. So why is everybody moving to Florida? Because I was actually about to start to look like to see like what it's looking like out there. Shit, if it's cheaper. Shit, if it's cheaper, and a lot of people from New York there, it should be like New York a little bit, so I'm going there. New York getting high, they sending all these migrants here, so you get it? Shit getting strange. You pull up, it be 5,000 people sleeping right on the concrete on the floor. He said after I wash you, we could get lit. Make sure you email me, champ. That's the main thing that you need to make sure you do. upscaleknowledge@gmail.com. Ayin said, suppose he knock you out, Solace. Got one of them Russian chins. I don't really be getting knocked out, but I'm older now, so it's a possibility. But I done ship with niggas 250, 280. Get a clean one off. A bunch of them. Putting me to sleep, nigga. I really come from, y'all don't get it. That's why it be funny to me. I got bullet holes and shit in me. What the fuck you think he gonna do? Nothing. The only thing he gonna do is either tire me out, or I'm just tired, like, because I'm old. But other than that, y'all ain't tougher than me. Some of y'all got to get real. Y'all like retarded in the daytime. In the past, a nigga wouldn't even play with me. Like, I ain't fucking with no nigga with no bullet. Get it? Blood on different. Blood on different time. I'm not about to play around with that. I never had no fights in no ring. All my fights is on the concrete. You think I care about pillows? again. Every fight I had was bare knuckle in the street. A glove is a courtesy, like, like some of y'all from the street, you like, yeah, all my fights is in the street. If somebody would have told you, here, let's just do gloves, you like, nah, because I want to beat you up for real, but you could wear 'em. I won't stay bare knuckle so I could dust you off, but I ain't gonna tell you you shouldn't wear them. Yeah, wear them. It's gonna feel better for me. Like that. Now that's when I have a boxing match with homeboy. But you gotta email me though, upscaleknowledge@gmail.com. Yeah, Houston cheap right. Oh, Houston, yeah, Houston getting the ghetto though. It's just like the project state at this point. Everybody moving there. Houston, Atlanta, this is like the projects now. You get it? Meaning all the black people from everywhere moving to these places, and people different from different places. So when they get like that, then you're going to have a bunch of strange clashes, and this is why Atlanta how it is and why Houston how it is. You got too many different personalities from different places. You want to move somewhere where the people, for the most part, in that state or from that state, and that you know everybody for the most part on the same flow, and that you can come there, learn their ways, find your place, as opposed to going somewhere where it's all over the place like that. And when I was in Atlanta back when Hurricane Katrina happened, and a lot of them from New Orleans came down there, I seen it happening then. Their personalities was clashing with the Atlanta dudes, and it started turning up a little bit. And so I'm already knowing when you add Chicago niggas to the mix, because they all moving there. You add Philadelphia boys to the mix, they all moving there. And LA people too, you get it? Once you put that in mind, you say, yeah, Atlanta is finished. It's like the projects now. All these hood people from these big cities, they come into Atlanta and they move into the nice area like Buckhead, because the price of rent in Atlanta in comparison to these big cities, that part. Nigga in New York paying $3,500 a month rent. Nigga in New York paying $1,500 a month rent and live in the projects. Go to Atlanta and $2,000 to get him a nice apartment on Buckhead. What you think gonna happen? The most ghettoest niggas from these big cities, like that. Y'all upscale neighborhoods is they ghettos, price-wise. Meaning if you live in a nice area in Atlanta, you a bum in New York. You wouldn't even last a month. I'm gonna say it again. If you live in a nice crib in Atlanta, let's say you pay $2,500 a month, that should get you real nice. $4,000 a month. That's the starting price of a studio in New York. A 356 square feet. Unless you want to live in the most ghettoest areas of the Bronx, where it's like $2,600 a month for a studio. And you gotta get stabbed when you come out. You get my point? If you don't want to live like that, you looking at $3,500, $4,500 for a studio, 356 square feet. Now somebody living in New York, they come to Atlanta. That part. You think they going to the ghetto? No. These ghetto ass niggas from the ghettos of their cities can afford to pay the rent in y'all nice areas like Buckhead. Now Buckhead and Peachtree Street is ghetto. You get it? Super ghetto. We need to move up to Sandy Springs or something like. Buckhead, Peachtree Street, this was like right downtown, prime real estate. All the wealthy right there is too convenient. Not no more. Everybody from Chicago, New York, New York, LA, they done ambushed that place and said, oh, the rent is mighty cheap. Might as well go to that night. They don't even know the difference. Meaning Buckhead is the hood now. But it's real. He said facts. New York rent crazy. 2,000 if you lucky. Yeah, man. This shit is way ridiculous. It's like, if you ain't got Section 8 or something like that, At some point in your adulthood, you're like, okay, I think I need to. I think it's time I relocate. Yeah, Atlanta changed a whole lot. When I went the last time, it was dusty and ghetto. I don't want to hold you. I think I took too long to do this Garden of Eden, so I'm gonna come back and do that one. I'll just give y'all the jewels. Y'all got all jewels on this video. Hopefully y'all grasp that witchcraft part. That was the most important part. How far is Tampa from Jacksonville? Cause I'm coming to see you, boo boo. Nah. Shut the fuck up. Y'all be having boyfriends and shit on the low. Why this niggas always talking to you like that? Oh, goddaddy, chill out, man. You don't fight. I have sex with niggas' girls. I'm a pretty boy. I gotta shave, but you feel me? After I shave, my nigga, I'm a pretty boy. I don't. I don't be playing. What y'all thought that was? I ain't even noticed that. Y'all thought that was something else, right? That's his. If I come close, y'all see all of it. Shit getting raggedy. I feel good though, like bummy. It feel good to be ashy and dusty. You feel me? I don't mind. Sometimes I just let my lips get crusty and shit. My mustache growing, then it grow over my lip and make it dry and ashy. I let my sides grow. It only been like a week and a half, but I'm gonna go a month. You know, my sides are poking out all crazy. Come on here, my glory. Come on here, my ugly glory. Still gonna be looking better than 80% of y'all. On dust time, like meaning dusty mode. Still killing 50% of y'all. Still having sex with 50% of y'all. Still having sex with 50% of y'all girlfriends because I'm big Usia. Big sexy. Don't make me unbutton my shirt. I'm sweating right now. Don't even button my shirt, ladies. Yeah, I'm just playing. Goofy as hell in the daytime. Now I'm about to depart. Hopefully y'all grasp. Y'all silly, y'all laughing. I be thinking I be unbuttoning my shirt so I could be sexy. Old school. If it's hot, a real man gonna open up his shirt. Ain't nothing to talk about. You get it? Meaning if you go back to the past before y'all goofy times, nothing I do is strange. Y'all strange. I want to open my shirt right now, but I'm like they goofy. Meaning I ain't got a bad body, so when I do it, and then I be playing with y'all on my ego and shit. When I do it, then y'all have the wrong mindset. I be lost in my jokes and play. I view myself as skinny. I ain't got no great body. But I got a physique, you feel me? I mean, it's good. It ain't nothing. I ain't somebody that be showing myself. Like walking outside with no shirt on. I'm always dressed. But if I'm hot, I'll open up my shirt. But you're not gonna really see me like walking around in tank tops and shit and shirtless, and that's mad tacky, my nigga. But your shirt open ain't that tacky. That ain't nothing. I'm real. I'm trying to find me a chick where you feel me? I got my button-up shirt open. She got her button-up shirt open. Brawl that all out. Fuck y'all, nigga. It's like, that's how chicks carried it in the past. They got their button-up shirt on, they hot, they unbutton that thing a little bit, one titty busting all out. Who kids? You never seen titties before, boy? It's 97 degrees out. So I just come from different times. Nobody wasn't tripping on the simple-minded things. You know, a nigga taking a bath ain't gay. I was in the hot tub. They said Salah's gay. His knees showing. I said, blood, I come from Scarface times. It's nothing realer than a nigga in the bath. And I want to be clear. We not going to be saying that a nigga in the bath is gay. Y'all are not getting out of washing y'all ass. We not about to do that. Niggas trying to get slick. Like, taking a bath is gay. We not promoting being dirty and bummy. So we not doing that. We not pumping that out. A man taking a bath ain't never gay. Because you niggas need to wash y'all ass. And y'all not getting out of that. I know how y'all get down in the daytime. Don't put them dirty ass spandex on, knowing. You know, if I tell you take off your shoes and socks, yeah, your feet will tell the story of how you never even washed your ass today. Or walk around that crib barefoot, your foot dirty, and they ain't washed your ass. If you want me to test somebody wash their ass, tell them take off their shoes and their socks and lift up their foot. And for sure enough, if that foot got dirt on it, they got dressed after walking around their crib. They ain't washed their ass. They got straight dressed and left. So that's just a little. I'll check in a minute. So take off your shoes. Some of y'all chicks so dirty. You be walking around with sandals on the back of your heel filthy. The bottom of your feet showing when your flip flop dropping. I'm like, man, you left the house, ain't washed your ass. Otherwise, tell me why the bottom of your foot dirty. And out the shower, put on your socks, get dressed how the foot got dirty. You Michael Jackson moonwalked out. You got out the shower and did the Michael Jackson moonwalk on the floor. Barefoot. Then got dressed. No. You're dirty. Get it together. He says, oh, let's get me game on getting women without having to spend my whole check. Be doing that? Get some cheap chicks, my nigga, so that whatever they require, you won't even notice it. That's how the ballers do it. If you wondering, like, how ballers be stealing niggas' chicks? Like, why my chick cheated on me? Some baller nigga came along and whatever she required was pennies on a dollar for him, so it was easy. He said, alright, I need $5,000 for that bag you like. And she failed. He make $5,000 an hour. He just got a free $5,000. He made a little move, points on the package, whatever the case, but easy like that. And some of y'all broke. You'll have sex with me right now for $500. You ain't even half bad looking. You're just a little tight right now. And so the way you see it, man, Salah's cute. So I'll probably have sex with him for free, or at least a meal or something. And so that $500 gonna sound real good to you, like that. Meaning chicks like men. There's certain dudes say like, I would have sex with him. Now imagine if he offer her some money, more than she thinking to be offered to her, and she already in her mind like, I would have sex with that nigga for free. You gonna lose your chick. Get it? Like that. She already gonna have sex with him anyway, and he gonna give her something, so you can't. Like that, and be gone. Now, he said 50 to 200 New York City trick rates. I would know. I'm sick of money bums. Salam, shalom. Y'all be falling on hardship. That shit make y'all allergic to monies and all these things. Y'all got words for niggas with money. I start here, if a nigga got money, don't call him a bum, because then you a real bum, and if you get it, it's gonna crush you out. So you don't want to start insulting people. It's just advice. Meaning if you somebody that's a little broke right now going through a hardship, so you like, I can't stand niggas with money and niggas with nice clothes. It's natural, everybody go through that. And shit a little tight. Life get real. This when niggas don't, this when motherfuckers ain't dumb no more. You get it? Y'all get all the morals and values in life when y'all broke and shit. You don't get lost on your moment when you start hating like wealth. Everybody supposed to have wealth. Y'all ain't supposed to come here and be impoverished. That life produced too much for us to all have in abundance. But you have a thing called imbalance. And so you be mad at that and your hardships, not wealth. Once you get mad at wealth, then wealth just stay away from you. You follow? Wealth ain't your enemy. Having more than you need ain't your enemy. It's something that you shouldn't want more than you need. If you got more than you need, your mind should be to share what's not needed. But you should never get to the place where you hate wealth, hate the poverty you have. Said, I'm just joking. There you go. Make sure you say that 3-4 times just to put that into the universe. Because the things we say, that's where it go. You say, I hate motherfuckers with money. It's like telling the universe, I want absolutely no money. And I know y'all don't mean that. I truly just mean like I hate motherfuckers that act like money mean everything. And that's why you gotta have wisdom, you know? I could talk to somebody about money, I could talk about, money ain't my thing. I'm like y'all, but not y'all like y'all because y'all like broke or going through a hardship. I'm just like that because it's just my way of life and I'm wise. And so, right, desires and material items got to do with, like, holes and insecurities we have. It don't really have nothing to do with nothing outside of that. And once you real with the self and you have a certain level of wisdom, once you know a thing, it's hard to, you get it? And so if I start getting crazy desires and getting lost in the materials, my mind automatically snapped to, damn, I must got an insecurity. Who's fucking with my, you get it? Because sometimes we go into certain environments, the environment be shallow. And in that, it push a little insecurities on you. You get my point? And just from being in the environment. Meaning if you're around somebody that's insecure of their own self, you start double checking yourself. Like, you get it? I'm like, my teeth are fucked up. You like, oh, damn, you a teeth looker? I didn't even notice. You start thinking about your own shit if they keep carrying on with every little thing. You got environments like that. You got people like that. Sometimes we fall into them circles for a hot little minute. You get it? Next thing you know, you pick up securities you didn't have. And so a desire or material will be on the other end. These things is burdens. And so I'm on the path to, like, being fulfilled of material desires and things like that. That's not to say that I won't buy things and have things. That's just to say it don't hold no merit to me. I'm not attached to it. To where if a nigga roll up, he say, give me a Cuban link, I'ma die for it. You can have it. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna find you later for disrespecting my property, like, and me. But I don't care about the thing. You can have it after I get you back. I don't want it back. You can have it. You get it? You can get to that place where it's not about the material. You don't want to care about it. And if somebody asks you for it, you'll give it to them. I remember I had on that Godspeed, had a black one, and a woman was like, "Oh, I like that hat." I told her, if you got another hat, I'll give it to you. She ain't have another hat. She like, you serious? I'm like, I'm that serious. I got a bunch of these hats. I'll give it to you. You just give me another hat, because my shit great. I look young with my hat on, but sometimes I be having my joint all gray. I mean, my old man shit, I just be wanting to chill and be left alone. I throw my glasses on, I go in a real old man mode. So I have one of them times, I'm like, I ain't. If you got another hat I could throw on or something, you could take this. She didn't, so she missed out. But the materials don't mean anything to me. I'm type nigga wear the same shit every day. I'll wear the same shit tomorrow. Got mad clothes, I'll just wear the same shit every day. It don't mean nothing to me. You want to get there to where your focus is truly on the self. And you start paying attention to these little things, because you don't want to get lost in a bunch of desires and wanting for materials. This will put one on that slave time. Is when you be on that kind of flow where you like always thinking about money non-stop, to where you can't even enjoy your moments. So you get it. But you don't never wanna like get upset with the good things in life. You get it? You're having wealth, you're having an abundance, you're not having any problems and issues. You get it? You don't want to get bitter with these things. Meaning if you're having hardship, you don't want to get bitter with money or wealth. Be bitter with the hardship. Be bitter with the imbalances in life that make for that. You don't want to be bitter with the wealth, and you like, man, I can't stand people with money and blah, 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 because then you kind of speak poverty into your own existence. You get my point? You want to keep the mind focused. Yeah, I'm going through a hardship. Maybe I need to change my environment, lock into self, get my thing together. If I fall on hardship and money get a little tight, I just bring everything in. That's it. As opposed to running around like a chicken with that thing. However, be still, slow down a little bit. You get my point? There ain't nothing wrong. Take a moment. And so a lot of y'all like that. You're going through hardship. You're trying to fight against that hardship. That resistance against the hardship is what's causing you more hardship. It's the resistance. If you can stop resisting, you won't have any hardship. Meaning you got whatever hardship you got because there was a resistance. And now you're resisting the hardship that you're going through, causing a friction. It's like passing through a thing. This is the hardship. It's coming through you. You're like keep pushing it back. Like, no, don't come over here. You get it? You're not letting it just go through you and go on its way. You keep pushing it, resisting it. And that, you get it, is making the hardship of the moment way longer. And so that's like anything. If you're arguing with somebody, if you resist, it's going to make it more. You follow? Just look at everything like that. Whatever I resist is a challenge, and it's going to make it. If I don't resist anything, which is to challenge anything, nothing will happen. Somebody's yelling at you if you ignore them or don't resist. Agree with what they say. You a fuck nigga. You know what, man? You right. I am. I don't want to argue with you. Right. It's hard for them to... You get it? You're not giving them the resistance for the engagement. And that, it kind of drivel off. Most things is like that. Meaning a lot of y'all worry before a problem even comes. And your worry is like resistance, manifesting the actual thing. You don't have to worry about nothing until it happened. Don't think ahead about problems. Even if you see a problem brewing, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to give it any energy. You don't have to give it any resistance. In that, even if it comes, it's not going to be that bad because you're not resisting it. It's the resistance that makes it bad. You get it? You're going through a breakup. It's your resisting the breakup. And now you're popping up all on her. She popping all up on you, and it's starting to get ugly. Because that, the resistance. The man can learn resistance and how not to resist but flow. Everything be good. A lot of y'all relationships are crumbling right now because y'all got too much resistance in it. You gotta learn the flows of energy and things like that. Ebony and Ivory, salam. Hopefully y'all grasp that jewel. You just carry that with you wherever you go. Like, you gotta remember these things and apply them in the moments that you need them. That's why you keep them in the mind. You get it? So like that jewel I just gave you about resistance, you keep it somewhere where you remember for those moments. When you get real overwhelmed, that means you are resisting too much. You're building up, like, you get it? A great deal of fog and smoke. Look at it like that. You're like revving the engine. You gotta chill. But the only way that's gonna happen is if you remember. Say, hold on, I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I'm getting worked up. That's called resistance. Let me just... You get it? Relax and flow. Basically, just breathe. Relax. Take nice deep breath. You ain't got to do extra shit to draw attention to yourself because that could be taken as a resistance, like you starting, you get it or whatever. But you just make sure you breathing right and relax. Focus on your breathing. You'll be surprised how focusing on your breathing could take you out of any negative emotional state you in. That's a little secret. Keep it with you. Meaning anything you going through, Let's say you hyperventilate. If you could remember, relax. You may even have to hold your breath and be still. Because when a person hyperventilating, They're resisting the holding of the breath and being still. They're panicking. They feel their breath like stopping. So they trying to like, but if they just relax, you've held your breath before. It's not that big of a deal. You probably can go a minute and a half if you ain't underwater holding your breath. It's all in your mind though. You panicking. Relax. You jerking like that? Relax the mind. Okay, this last, I'm gonna catch that last inhale and just relax. And then you'll see like everything just bounce back. It's like if you ever bit something and you was eating and it went down the wrong hole or something, and you feel it right in your chest and you like, the more you try to push it down, the more you feel like, oh, I'm gonna die. You get it? It's like it's too big, you trying to force it down, it's making it worse. You like, damn, I should have just spit it up. But the moment you relax, like, then it start to go down. Some of y'all went through that. I went through that a few times. We had eaten too fast or something and it get caught right there, it feel heavy. And you like, oh, I got it. And then as you getting it to go down, it hurt more and more. Well, you like, oh shit. If you just relax, it will, everything gonna settle. Just relax, let it come settle on its own. If you don't panic, you be alright. And that's how you survive gunshot wounds, anything you could think of. You get shot, relax, and breathe. And focus on breathing. You get stabbed, anything happen to you, your healing mechanism work when you're at your most relaxed. Of course, when you're unconsciously asleep, this is when you're most relaxed. And whatever sicknesses or anything you got going on, they always gonna tell you get rest. I mean, after a doctor give you all them drugs, then they tell you the real cure, get some rest. Because sleep is when you're healing. It's when your mind is not running about and you're completely out. And that the healing powers in self can do what it do without you interfering with it. Like putting food in your belly and all this shit. Where it got to focus on other things. Now I have to use the restroom. I thought I could hold it, but I can't. I'll be right back. Salam, shalom. If any of you guys want to give back, paypal.me/solidsolari or cash.app/the real solace. Okay, let's wrap this thing up. Hopefully y'all grasp these deep jewels, especially if you young. Try to get everything together with the self, man. Y'all don't want to get too lost in that opposition nature y'all got going on where y'all looking to oppose everything because y'all think that's y'all ticket. Y'all kind of got that wave from Tupac and don't realize it. And y'all carry it over into every aspect of y'all life where y'all looking to like say somebody a fraud or discredit them or oppose them in some way. And you know in your mind you don't even know for sure, but you doing it for that. Don't want to get like that. You want to work with people. You want to see where you fit in. You get it? You young, you need to fall into something that can be lucrative for you because you don't have nothing of your own. Your parents let you use all their shit up until now, so you get it? You have to find something to be a part of. Meaning most kids is not gonna wake up and have their own business, so you're gonna have to work for somebody and do you follow? Before you get to whatever place you want to be. And wherever you want to be is still boil down to you working with people. Even if you the salesman and you own your own business and you ain't say I ain't got no workers or nothing, I just do my own thing. You still got to sell to whatever people you do. In that you still have to deal with people. And so you have to start to groom your minds into that flow. Stop looking for things to oppose and look for something that you can add your merit to. Somebody may be doing something that you like, oh, maybe I can help them. What I do will fit perfect and they're further along than me. Maybe they can, you get it? Maybe I could work with you. As opposed to you saying, oh, I do something similar to them. Let me try to discredit them. But after that, you don't know what you're doing. So what would it matter? So groom your minds into working with people. If you young, stop acting like being wrong. Stop acting like you allergic to wrong. You get it? Y'all don't never admit when y'all wrong. A point to be proven to y'all. Y'all talking all over it. You gotta be wrong till you get it right. You get my point? And if you lost on your wrongs, how you gonna get it right? Again, you gotta be wrong till you get it right. Meaning you gotta try a thing this way, that way, however you want to view it, whatever example you need. But you gotta be wrong before you can get right. Meaning before you can get right, you gotta be comfortable being wrong. Otherwise, how'd you even get right? For you to be a champion or great at something you do, you gotta get beat up at it. Otherwise, how'd you even get there? You think Mayweather was born a good boxer? Or he got fucked up by his daddies and his uncles until he got it? Again, you have to get beat down. You have to be wrong. You have to be everything y'all don't want to be to get where you want to be. Which is right. Or your best. And so you get it? Even when you at your best, the key to you getting better is defeat. You have to lose. You say, man, I reached the pinnacles. Nobody on this planet's better than me. You still ain't gonna get better until you find somebody to beat you. And so if you young, look at these things in that way. Where you kind of looking at it like, damn, I thought it went off. Salam. And so hopefully if you young, you grasp. I know a lot of y'all ain't got that role model figure or adults in y'all life that might be, stable-minded and emotionally stable to give you that sound. You need to hear things daily so it can become like a routine for you. Meaning you need somebody over you every day telling you like, every morning, make sure you go out there and make good positive choices. Get it? You gonna make more for yourself out of having friends than enemies, because the way y'all move, y'all like, if I have a op, I'm gonna get on. And that y'all making hella enemies. Shit. Get all that out the brain. Get out here, Look and see where you fit in. Look and see what you like about a person. Because you can't do nothing with your dislikes. You got to get to that place where you realize that I can't do nothing with my dislikes. So me looking for people that I don't like and look at this thing I don't like or that thing I don't like about a person, I can't do nothing with that. But the likes I can. And so look for the things you like. Get the mind groomed on progress. The mind groomed on I don't need to be concerned with nothing that gonna bring no progress. Me not liking this nigga for this and that person for that ain't doing nothing for me. It's just interfering with my day when I see them. That part. And so you get the mind groomed. Of course, if you hear a thing daily, you kind of remember more and more. Y'all hear the things that got y'all on the flow, y'all on daily. Meaning, you know, negative talk, things like that. It's regular talk, though. You know how it go. You ain't hearing like positive conversation. You gotta check the tone of the conversations you follow. That's where the poverty and the wealth lie. Some of y'all be in those nagging conversations where the person just speaking in a nagging manner. Whatever they're speaking about, it's almost like it's a problem, even if it's not for them. That's just how they are. You get it? They just kind of speak in that way. Like that. When I got wise and I used to go back to the hood, and I noticed those things. Like, damn, the conversation is impoverished. I never realized this before. You get it? You know, hood nigga like, yo, when I see that nigga so-and-so, I'm gonna dust this nigga off, blah, 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 blah. You come up the block, I'm about to boom, boom, boom. When you get wise, you sitting there, you like, this is poverty. Like, you get it? Meaning beating somebody up have to do with poverty. Mental poverty, emotional poverty, meaning it's a negative emotional feeling. If you want to beat somebody up, that feeling you carry is negative for you. It don't make you feel good. It make you want to do something that's going to cost you. If it costs you, it's a poverty. If it don't cost you, but it add to you, do you follow? So you got to separate all your emotions into that. The emotions that's going to cost me, they poverty. My anger going to cost me. I'm going to be in a goddamn jail when I beat a nigga up because I got mad. Like that. It might cost me to get killed. What if he had a gun on you? My envy going to cost me. Any negative emotions, poverty, is going to cost you. Learn to separate a negative emotion from positive emotion, or impoverished emotion from wealthy emotion. From there, you learn how to separate impoverished thought from wealthy thought. If you lost in impoverished neighborhoods, they fight and argue. In wealthy neighborhoods, they don't. It's frowned upon. That's what I mean by poverty and wealth. It starts in environments. You get it? You might be impoverished from the ghetto. You say, I disagree with that, because you're taking the ghettos and the poverties as one with yourself. You're not looking at yourself as you just you wherever you at the moment. If you look at yourself like you ain't got nothing to do with no place, you just where you at the moment, and you growing and you learning, then you learn, okay, in a impoverished environment, all our conversations and every way we carry it is mental and emotional poverties to make for our physical poverties. And we picked up these conversations and ideals and the way we talk and act from the neighborhood. Meaning the neighborhood a trap in itself. Every environment got its flow. You go to the rich neighborhoods, they got different smells, different behavior. You go to the impoverished neighborhoods, different smell, different behavior. You go out to the wilderness, you don't have neither one of those have. It's all natural. But different environments got a different flow. All environments are either going to fall under impoverished environments, meaning poor, or wealthy. The poor environments are poor because the ideals are poor. The emotional state of the people there are poor. You get it? Meaning they either bitter, a little angry, something. This all classified as poverty. We're not talking money, we're talking mind and emotional state. That's the most important thing. This is the wealth that you can get and nobody can interfere with. Physical wealth, you gonna have to kiss ass. Meaning some of y'all, you desperate to be rich. You're looking for a get rich scheme. You're wasting your time watching all the stupid people that's giving you get rich schemes. Here's how you get rich. You learn how to kiss ass, and then you decide who ass is most important to kiss. And you kiss that ass as good as you can, and you'll be rich. Simple. Wealthy people ain't smart. They don't know how they got wealthy. They got big egos. They like it stroked. If you can master that, you follow? Wallow did that. I mean, I always say Wallow. Yeah, it is Wallow. Yeah, Wallow and Gilly. Wallow did that. He came out of jail, kissed everybody's ass for the most part. You get my point? Y'all see what? Y'all know what I mean. Put on perspective, like, I love life and it's all, you get my point? Man, simple. He don't care if you scheme and scam him if he want to be. Follow? You stroking a nigga's ego, they ain't stupid, they know you are, but they want that, so they say, you learn that, you get rich. I say you gotta learn who ass to kiss, because you want to be rich, so you need to be picking the richest person ass to kiss that you can reach. Make it where you can get into their presence some kind of way to kiss their ass. And that's the only way you get rich. Anybody you see rich, that's how. They had a moment of ass kissing, and that was the perfect moment. I don't care what talent they had and all they did to make this talent blossom for them. It all boiled down to this one moment of ass kissing. The rapper does all he do, then he have that moment where he go to the record company for that deal. And you know what's going to determine if all his hard work out? Not his works. What I just said. If they feel like he a good ass kisser, he gonna be signed. If they feel like he got ego, meaning he views himself as an equal, then you ain't getting nothing. You follow? And so it's all about ass kissing. If you want to be rich, say, man, I ain't good at ass kissing, but I want to be rich, Solace. Then you got to have strong back and shoulders, like Big U said, where you gonna take the time out and build your own shit step by step, year by year. Now most niggas ain't got that kind of focus. Most of y'all would have been fell off the bandwagon, you get it? Like that. So, after so much time and work, it all come, this our boss become a boss. It's usually by, not having choice. Meaning you will work or whatever you is because you have choices that I don't. And I'm a boss for all the reasons you ain't. And I ain't got no choice. You follow? Like that. So everything worked out how it's supposed to. Hopefully y'all grasp. And so where was I at? Something I missed. Crossed my mind. Well, hopefully y'all grasp. Apply these small things to the self. Find a way to remember daily. That way when you wake up, you get it? You want to leave out the house with everything mentally and emotionally in order. Everything lined up. So you can have the perfect day you want. Meaning when you leave out, you bringing out your bitterness, your whatever problems you get it? You want to start your day on good energy. You want to start your day with the minds like, yeah, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to have a good productive day, I'm going to meet some good new people. You want the mind to be open to all the possibilities of life. Most people, they wake up, they lost into their circle, and they're starting their day in their dread, and they hope like at some point out the day, I hope they get a little better. want to start the day off on a good note. And so your day start in the evening, if that makes sense. Meaning when you go to sleep, your day start then. The unconscious sleep part is the beginnings of your day. Then you wake up, day starts, but you won't have that wake up if you don't never go to the unconscious. And if you don't go to the sleep, you're going to be tired and finished in your day. So it all starts with the unconscious, meaning before you lay down to sleep, you want to make sure you clear the self out. Whatever happened in that day, you leave it there. If you got a little issue you had that day, you leave it there. A little turmoil with your wife, you leave it in that day. Don't carry it over to the next day, because then it become like duct tape. It start catching all kind of shit. Like, get it? Holding on to that one problem, now it's become like a dust catcher for problems. And so you get my point. You want to get to a place where every night you make sure you sitting down in peace. Most people don't sit down in peace. They just fall to sleep, if that makes sense. But they don't set the environment in the mind to fall into a good peace. Therefore, they wake up in their splendor. Most of us, we just falling asleep whenever we do, and then you get it, we wake up on whatever accord we do. And that becomes the norm. When you're sleeping, you want to make sure whatever you're sleeping on is good. Some of you guys are not sleeping in the right kind of beds. Your bed might be a little old. The middle might have sunk in a little bit. And so you get it, you tossing and turning throughout the sleep. Your back be hurting and shit when you wake up. And it's because of the bed. A lot of y'all don't realize that simple things work the best. Meaning a yoga mat and a pillow will probably be the most comfortable sleep you ever get. But most don't never think like, let me sleep on my yoga mat. Let me get two of those. Meaning the harder the surface, but still having somewhat cushion, is the best for your back. It's the best for you to sleep. Bed is technically too soft, so we sink into it. You get it? And that, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you need stiffness for support. You get my point? You can't just be like, the body can't just be like that. Like, and so the skinnier your bed, meaning I know we all like queen size beds and things like that, but the skinnier your bed, the better it is for your back, because that middle won't sink in. That middle always sink in when that bed big. It don't matter what you do, it's gonna sink in. It's too spread apart. And so the middle going to sink in. Even if you got a flat bed spring bottom part, you get my point? It's still gonna sink in the mattress itself. And that interfere with your back, interfere with your waking up in your sleep. A lot of y'all will see a difference in itself if you get a good night rest. You be like, oh my God, I can't believe sleeping on my yoga mat actually made a big difference. Some of y'all need to sleep with y'all legs up. Your lower back a little thrown off. You need to sleep with your legs up for a week or so, just to get everything back in flow. Meaning simple things. We be reaching for all the excess things. Everything's simple. It all start with sleep. And if the sleep good, the day gonna be good. If the sleep ain't how we need to be, and so you gotta know the difference. Like I said, most of y'all, man, you need a smaller bed. You don't need to be rolling around when you sleep. You probably don't anyway. So you just need a smaller bed. Lower it some. Meaning the lower you sleep to the ground, the more deeper into the sleep you're gonna get. If you too high up, then you're not gonna fall into deep sleep. So in the past, the beds was lower. Now y'all beds be high, like. But it interfered with the sleep in the mind. Like I said, the lower you are. You ever notice with kids, man, they be running around and shit and will just fall into the deepest sleep right on the goddamn floor, where you like, damn, why you get in the bed? You put them in the bed, they all rolling around, don't want to go to sleep, but they will fall out on the floor. Some of y'all laying on your carpet and shit, and sometimes you just knock right out. It's like that floor got you. You like, oh, this shit feel good. It's cause you low. So you get it, you going all the way out. You could try it. It ain't probably that late enough now, but when it get later, try it. Now lay on your bed and then get something that's not too soft, but soft enough where you can get comfort. And adjust yourself perfectly and go down on the floor. And you're gonna see like, oh yeah, this is way different. I feel way more comfortable. Shit. Just rolling around on the floor. If you had a whole gymnastics floor, you know they try and spring you a little bit. You could just roll around and sleep like that, and you could probably have the best sleep of your life. Just rolling all around your floor while you sleep. And you got mad space, you good. Meaning if you need a big bed, because you like, nah, I like to roll around. Get you a yoga mat or something that's not that thick. They do have like sleeping mats that's perfect. They like foam, like you know, like spaceship foam. And it ain't too thick, it ain't too thin. You gotta remember the beds be having like springs of metal in it, all kind of dumb shit. After time, you get it, of us laying on it, these springs and things start ripping through the cloth. Cause it's nothing but just cloth covering metal springs and cotton and shit. Wool or whatever they stuff it with, so you get it? Just a foam, piece of foam, or like I said, like a yoga mat, double up or something. You're not gonna tell me you ain't get a good night rest on your yoga mat. You lying? You're lying. You get you a pillow so you can get your head adjusted right, however you need to, and you're gonna see like, oh yeah, getting a better sleep lower. With less pillows and all this extra soft stuff is messing up my neck and my back. Meaning we get neck pains and back pains from we have too many pillows. And like I said, that bed, it really ain't the healthy means of sleeping, but it's what we got, so use it. Now I'm at 3 hours. I appreciate those of y'all that gave back. Thank you. I'll come back and do the Garden of Eden and Black Jesus video tomorrow. Tonight if I don't get too restless or tired. Salam.